Okay, here we go. I can show them how to do it when I'm in the zone. Before we start, let me puff that indigo. If I thrust, guaranteed you gon' feel it though. My intro for this real shit. When I walk the bridge and we built it.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave, and we just mercilessly just had to sit through yet another SmackDown. Look, and I don't want to be negative. I'm not the negative guy on YouTube. I'm not the guy who just comes on and says, "Oh, SmackDown sucked, Raw sucked, WWE sucked." That's not my character. That's not who I am. But God, it feels like we're constantly trying to put labels on things, right? Like we're trying to label the era, the reality era, the attitude era, all these, right? I think we're in the repetition era. That's what it feels like, because this was the true, I guess, go home show for TLC, because as of like this last year, Raws for pay-per-views have not meant a goddamn thing. Not anything. Not one little thing has a Raw meant. It's really been SmackDown that has kind of developed more, and that was just kind of the way things were. And I think most people were kind of okay with that. But now, it's getting to the point where this SmackDown was basically Monday Night Raw light, and I don't even mean that in a positive fashion. It's like I'm hanging on here to figure out the best possible ways to spin Raw, because I want to spin Raw. I want to WWE. Yeah, let's spin it. Let's try to get into the minds of how WWE is looking at this. That's the one thing I kind of pride myself on. I look at things from different angles. I try to find the good even when there is no good. And here's the problem. I think that is just kind of where WWE is all the time. They're just always trying to think of, well, this is just how it is, and people are going to like it. Apparently, at Monday Night Raw, when people were filing out of the main event, and you could see empty spots in the crowds up and stuff, apparently Vince McMahon lost his goddamn mind. Apparently he was furious over the fact that us fans dare walk out of his event, his live event on television, because and apparently all the rigmarole backstage was that he didn't understand why. It's like he was legitimately confused as to why we would not want to see this, why people were upset, why people were not liking what they were seeing. And apparently that created a little bit of divide, because people were a little confused. Like, how could you not understand why people are upset? It's when you're giving them the same thing, no matter what anybody is telling you, of course. And the thing is, on Raw, they really felt like the way we started the show, everything was chaos. What more do they want? Well, they did the exact same thing with SmackDown in a sense, where they started with Reigns and ended with Reigns. They double booked Reigns. Why is it they're thinking that if we show Roman Reigns twice a night, every single night, it's going to make us like him? If we have him destroy every member of the League of Nations, it's going to make us sympathetic to him, like him. I don't get it. He's in 8-man tag team matches every single week now with his family versus the League of Nations, and nobody else in the family gets a pin ever. It's Roman Reigns every single week. I mean, it's just, I don't get this. I really don't. But here's one thing I do get before we get into anything a little bit farther. December 17th, 2015. Black Mozart, the new album by Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, drops on all yo faces. Yeah, that's right. And we're going to be right here on Dead on Dave Productions live doing a CD launch party, man. A record launch CD. God, I'm a 90s kid, huh? A record launch party with the man himself. Real Talk will be here on a very special return episode of Creators Corner. That's right. How exciting is that? And we'll be here. And if you want to get your hands on that hot little album on the 17th, go over to www.realtalkthetruth.bandcamp.com and you can get not only that album, but his previous albums as well. And I know the new album, Black Mozart, is just $9. $9. That's it. How can you beat that? $9 for all your hip-hoppy goodness that you could possibly have. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right, back to SmackDown. We're going to take you guys' calls, man. So you guys can go ahead and call in on Skype at David Vancura, DavidVancura, or just use the number 702-751-2902. Go ahead and call on in and get your voice heard. Let me know, let the whole world know what you think of Monday. Oh, I'm sorry. See, I got lulled there. I got lulled because this felt like the exact same thing that we saw on Raw. It felt like the exact same thing that we got on Raw. It made absolutely no sense to me. So I almost just, tell me what you thought of Raw, folks. That's how bad this was. And that's the thing. A standalone show on its own, I don't even know how bad it would have been. I don't know how bad it comes off. I really don't. I don't think it's all that terrible. I mean, when you look at it, you got all these different things that happen. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's in and of itself all that bad. I mean, the Dolph Ziggler-Tyler Breeze match wasn't a horrible match, other than the fact that nobody wants to see it anymore. That they're having these guys continue to fight each other with absolutely no build to it, like as far as what's the future. They're not even on the TLC card. They're not even on the pre-show. Nothing. We have no idea what's happening with these two. So they've had a series of matches, and this is the inherent problem with WWE right now. These two young stars, Dolph Ziggler a little bit older, obviously, but these two guys that people generally like to see. They're in absolute no build of consequence other than the fact that they don't like each other. Nothing else has been built up, told. They even had a really good segment that they ended the first ever live stream of Up, Up, Down, Down that was filmed behind the scenes at Monday Night Raw backstage on Monday, where Tyler Breeze was super kicked in the face by Dolph Ziggler. Do they work that into the story? Hells no. Do they try to tell a good story to where it makes us want to give a shit that Dolph Ziggler is blurring the lines and he's doing his things? No. No. They don't. It's just kind of like, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me that this is the route that they're taking. I mean, why continue to have these two talented individuals that don't need to be fighting each other continue to go out there and needlessly just waste time, because that's what they're doing, let's face it, waste time instead of being in a feud of substance? Why not have them somewhere to where at least they're selling a pay-per-view? Because isn't that the entire point of what we're seeing on SmackDown and Raw, is to get us to want to buy the pay-per-views, want us to tune in and watch their product. I mean, what do we have to look forward to on Sunday? We're not getting Breeze or Ziggler, but we're going to get Rusev and Ryback. Oh, I'm so excited. And they go ahead and do another goddamn angle. How do we build Ryback for Rusev properly? Let's have him in there in a 2-on-1 handicap match against the Ascension. So here's what they do with that. This is what really pissed me off on the night. This is really, I was willing to come in here and kind of be like, okay, not so bad, and let's kind of get through it and all that good stuff, until I saw that match. Because here's what they did. They did two things. First, they took yet another steaming fucking shit on the Ascension, the longest reigning and most dominant tag team in history of NXT, and they once again shit on them for no reason. I'm all okay for burying a team or a wrestler, or I'm really okay with anything in wrestling as long as there's a point. There's no point to this because nothing changed for the match with Rusev. Nothing. So not only did the Ascension lose in a match that make absolutely no variation on their career, even if they beat Ryback, what is that? It doesn't do anything for the Ascension. But it further just shows the lack of creativity. I mean, this was basically the same script that we see every week. You know, we talk about how things are written and stuff, that we got the scripts for SmackDown and Raw. I feel like it's the goddamn scripts are written on whiteboards, like Mad Libs. It's like they're just pulling off words and adding new words. That's it. It's like, we'll have today on SmackDown, we'll have, all right, give me a name, Rusev. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. It makes me crazy. It makes me crazy. I don't get it. I don't understand pointless burying of stars, and the not building of stars. It drives me crazy. I don't see the point of it, especially in a situation like this. It's just, I don't know. It's one of those things where it drives me absolutely batshit crazy. But, it is what it is. It's one of those things where you just kind of have to take it as it comes, I guess, or just walk away completely. Here's the most aggravating thing. About the entire situation. And by the way, what's this, James Sideline Podcast? I'm not going to block you for all your stupid shit that you're saying in the podcast, but I will put you in timeout. Because that's what you're acting like an asshole. So, hey, you go to timeout, little kid. You go to timeout, you little bastard. Go sit in timeout. That's what you get. And you want to act like a child? Then we'll treat you like a child. Since Terry's not doing her job. I'm just kidding, Terry. I love you. Oh, God. All right. So, positive. Let's try to go to a positive. We talked about how the Ascension and Ryback was just bleh. But, the New Day, once again. The New Day is just doing their thing. They come out, they say wonderful things, and they jump around, and they have fun. And it's good. It's entertaining. And their match is fantastic, by the way. That's another thing. At the very least, the New Day continues to do what they do. They're not just being an entity that is all comical and stupid for no point. Because I would actually get tired of that. If the New Day just continued to the exact same jokes, which they do, but DX did too, so it's not a big deal. And there was no matches, there was nothing that really kind of sustained them, then, I would totally get it. I would be completely upset about the fact that this was happening. However, the New Day continues to have good matches. They perform well with just about everybody. And so it's a balance. It's a balance. So you don't get over-inundated with the same old garbage. You don't get over-inundated with the same old garbage. And that's the important thing. I think that if they continue to do that, then they're going to be just fine. Their new unicorn horns apparently sold out in 5 minutes. So New Day is doing what they do, and everybody seems to be very happy with it. Merchandise sales, we seem to be very happy with all of that, and that's great. But the question is, if all of this is going in proper direction with the New Day, then why aren't they featured a little bit higher on the card? Why isn't one of the three getting a little bit more of a main event build? Well, obviously it's because mainly because nobody is cracking this stupid ass main event bubble than Roman Reigns. I mean, Sheamus doesn't even exist in the Roman Reigns universe. Nobody exists in this storyline. It's only about Roman Reigns. That's why he once again goes on and fucking pins 2 members. Think about this. Pins 2 members of the League of Nations tonight. 2 members on a SmackDown in individual matches pins 2 guys. But I digress. The New Day. You ask yourselves, what's it going to take for the New Day to get the main push, or is this eventually going to go away? I don't know if it's going to go away, but I do feel like it's not going to be sustainable. Like Vince is only going to allow this to go so far, and that's my worry. I don't understand it. You have an unbelievably hot group. They're selling merchandise. They're doing literally everything that you want a faction to do, but they're encapsulated in this box. Now, we'll see what happens at TLC because I'm fully expecting that to be the match of the night, their ladder match, and I fully expect them to retain, too. Their tag team ladder match at TLC with the Lucha Dragons and the Usos, who kind of have been forgotten in this feud because they're so busy pulling double duty and being the backup to Roman Reigns. I just don't understand how you can continue to pull these double duty situations. Even Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is dealing with a intercontinental title situation, and yet he can't put his focus into that because he's always got to be the heavy of Roman Reigns. It's infuriating. It's infuriating to me to see the same thing every single time. Youngster Joey in the chat says, "What's up, Dave? What's up, Joey?" Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Josh Lyons, Steve Rogers, Captain America in the goddamn chat, SF Boy Y, Jordan Turner, my girl, Terry the Snow Queen, Matt Ernie, man, up in the chat. Haven't seen him in a while. What's going on? Sal Cajeda, the copious graphics guru, up in the chat. Jordan Turner, Marcus Ryan, Danny 310, all you guys, crazy mofos in the chat doing their things. I appreciate you guys hanging out on this SmackDown evening. 19D Cav Contra also up in the house hanging out. So I appreciate all you guys chilling with your boy, Dead on Dave. Donnell Clemens says, "Dave, you're the only person I know who watches SmackDown. How do you stay awake for that?" Well, I got to be honest. I watch it here in Germany. So right now it's 4:18 in the morning, right? In Canada and Australia, they get SmackDown a day before. So I just find that I watch it there. I watch it there, man. And that's what I do. I watch it early, usually. I wasn't able to do that tonight. In fact, I wasn't going to do this review live. I got to be completely honest. I've been rough lately. It has not been good for your boy. I've been not feeling great. Hurting. Oh God, I forgot. Aiden Alex Poe. There you go. Hi. I forgetting everybody. Tony Hall. Hi to you too. So yeah, I wasn't gonna be doing this, but because I haven't been feeling good. But here's the thing: I couldn't sleep. I kept waking up, so I rushed. Got on SmackDown because I already had it queued up and just started plugging away, watching as much as I could. And I got through basically the entire show. Because why was I able to basically... I got something in my friggin' eye! Why was I basically able to catch up to where the show was, even though I basically started an hour after it showed up on television? God damn it! Something's trying to kill me. I got something trying to, burrow its way into my fucking brain right now. Oh my God. Sorry about that. So basically I was able to do that because this was a recap of Raw. There was so much downtime. It seemed like there was so much wasted movement tonight. Like nothing happened. The matches didn't seem to be overtly long. There was nothing really seemed to go down. Every match had a recap, or there was. It almost felt like they were treating this like a pay-per-view, where like in pay-per-view matches, before each match you get this long little package to kind of sum up everything that happened. We kind of got that tonight, and I think it took away from the flow of the product. And SmackDown, who I think has been actually better than Raw in the past few months, almost each and every single week. Tonight just felt flat. It felt dead. It felt like they don't care right now. And maybe they don't. Maybe because it's the time of year. Maybe they're frustrated with the ratings. Maybe they simply don't understand, so they're going to continue to do the exact same things that they continue to do. I don't know. But here's what I do know. That these are the same guys. These are the same guys that book NXT week in and week out. Well, at least it's Triple H. Triple H is involved. So there's somebody. I'm not saying it's the exact same people, obviously. But here there is. This is what drives me nuts, is that there's one person that we know of that's on both products, that's creating both products, that's at least somewhere in there, and that's Triple H. So they're seeing him succeed with NXT, but yet don't give them the better reins to do the same thing with SmackDown. Why is that? Well, I think we've gone over the reasons so many damn times about how it's just not the same thing. I don't know. So it's crazy. Matt Ernie says, Dave, what caused your injury? And I understand if it's a sensitive issue and you don't want to answer. Actually, I've answered this many times on the air. I have no problems talking about it. I was in the United States Army. That's why I'm here in Germany. I got stationed over here back in 2002. Deployed a couple of times, met a nice German lady, and we got married and everything. That's why I'm still here. I got hurt in 2004, my first deployment. Didn't really know that I got hurt. I jumped off of a 557, a track vehicle, and kind of tore up all my insides, my nerves, and I didn't know. Then in 2007, I got deployed again, caused more damage on my left side. Had some hernia surgeries, had some nerves sewed into some groins. Long story short, ended up with a spinal cord stimulator implanted into my spinal column to control the pain that I was having because I was basically my nerves caught on fire and destroyed the left side of my body to the point where I wasn't able to walk. I couldn't move. I couldn't really do anything. So they implanted the spinal cord, they implanted the spinal cord stimulator to kind of regulate that pain, which what it does is instead of pain waves, I get electric stimulation throughout my body when I turn on my machine. My remote's over there because I'm an idiot and I don't have my remote right next to me like I should because I'm stupid. So yeah, I was medically retired in 2010 from the military, and now I just chill here in Germany. Basically, do podcasts for you guys. So there you go. No, I'm not sensitive about it at all. So there you go. There's your answer. Don L. Clemens says, let's get something started so Dave can eat a ghost pepper. Get that money up. Get that money up, suckers. Get that money up. Because I got to tell you, that ghost pepper about killed my fat ass. That thing was terrible. Oh, it was hard to do. It was hard to do. But hey, I'm not above it. I'll do it again because I'm a crazy hoe. But it would take quite a bit. I think I still have one. I don't think I threw it away. And I think it's still good. I don't know. So I would do it. I would do it. It would take a hell of a donation, but I'd do it. Let's take a call, man. You know what? Not just a call. Let's bring in the co-host, Mantuta of XLT Live Podcast. My man, what's going on, brother?
What is going down, sir? What is going on? How you doing, Dave?
I'm doing all right, man. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm doing terribly. But
Why?
I'm here.
What ruined your night?
Oh, I'm in unbelievable pain. I've had a terrible week of suffering fucking agony. It's been a bad week, man. But I couldn't sleep, so I was like, let's try to catch up to SmackDown, see if I can get done with SmackDown by the time I have to do the review. And I beat it.
Yeah.
I was able to actually do it because there was so much bullshit to fast forward through.
What do you mean? SmackDown's such a great product, Dave.
Isn't
I don't know
it?
what you mean
it's
by
so
this.
Great. It's perfect. Tell me in all the ways that SmackDown is perfection.
Well, Roman Reigns for one.
Of course. That's a good start. That's a good start.
Right? That's my foundation.
Well,
man.
obviously it's the WWE's foundation too.
Right. Oh man, so is that why your NXT was a little bit late last night? In pain, man.
Oh yeah, I couldn't do it live, man. I had to get some sleep, and that was the point tonight. Was I wasn't going to do SmackDown so I could try to sleep through it, but I couldn't stay down. So I'm like, well, fuck it. If I'm up, I might as well do the review.
Right.
Don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy. Get up and do the review.
Oh man.
Matt Ernie says, Dave, ghost peppers ain't shit compared to the Carolina Reaper. I agree with you. I know that the Carolina Reaper is actually double on the Schofield chart. But here's the thing. I can't get a Carolina Reaper. The only reason why I had the ghost pepper, which apparently that you didn't see, I ate a ghost pepper back a couple weeks ago on an NXT review. The reason why I ate the ghost pepper is because somebody grew it for me here in Germany. So if somebody grows me a Carolina Reaper, I'll eat the fucking Carolina Reaper. I love doing stupid shit for no reason. So there you go. I just had to answer that question. So what's up, Tuto, man? What'd you like tonight? Anything that you liked?
Well, I missed a little bit of it because I've been. That's why I was late on the show. I fell asleep again because all the holiday working and everything. I'm just like I got real comfortable and I just fell asleep. So I missed some of it. So I can't speak on. I think I missed a little bit of the ending there.
You didn't miss anything. Did you watch? You watched Raw, right?
Yeah.
Same ending.
Okay. Well,
Same
good
ending.
then.
I mean,
That's pretty sad.
It's the same damn ending. It's terrible. And SmackDown is so formulaic now where I really feel like their scripts are written on whiteboards. Because it's like, we'll open with a main event caliber match. We'll open with Roman Reigns and Del Rio. That's main event caliber. Look at these two names. But we'll never give you an ending. We'll just have everybody interfere, and then we'll throw them all in a tag match at the end of the night. That is every SmackDown.
And then it repeats on Monday nights every once in a while. Yeah. Crazy.
I don't understand it. It's so lazy. It's not even that it's bad, because if you see it every once in a while, it's not a terrible idea, but it's when it's every week, it's the only idea they seem to have. It's terrible.
Jeez. Yeah, I agree, man.
I don't get it.
Go ahead, man. I'm not trying to cut you off.
Go. You're good, buddy.
I'm just still asking myself why Dolph Ziggler and Tyler Breeze are given away every Monday, every Thursday.
I don't know, and they're not even built for TLC. They're not having a match.
Right.
They're not even having a match.
And at one point they were, I thought. A couple weeks ago we were talking about that's it. And now we're just in this state of, well, what are we doing? They're not bad. Like, Tyler Breeze can go. He's a great talent, and so can Ziggler. I just don't understand why we waste these opportunities most of the time, especially on SmackDown.
I don't know.
Just don't understand it.
Even to make it worse for me is the fact that, okay, you want to give them away their match. Maybe they don't feel like it's a pay-per-view quality matchup between the two. Sure, okay, I could buy that. They just had a pay-per-view match. Okay, I can get that. Resolve the feud and then have them do something else. The only problem is they're not doing anything else. These two are way too good to be being left off of pay-per-views. Like, if you want to have the Sandow argument or the Curtis Axel argument, I can understand that, okay? But Dolph Ziggler, a two-time former world champion, and the man who's come onto the scene and really gotten a decent push, and people seem to really dig him, and Tyler Breeze, why aren't they involved in something? Anything. They could have made the Intercontinental title match, which has no juice, no fire, nothing going for it. They could have made it a fatal four-way. But instead, we're getting Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose, and they are booking Kevin Owens so badly to where I'm like, I really saw something big on the horizon for Kevin Owens. I don't see it no more. Like, tonight just made me go, man, fuck. They really just, if it's not Roman Reigns, they don't care. They don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. And it sucks that, you do podcasts every week and we talk about, you're trying to find the positive in things and trying to find, development and future storylines, but it's so hard when Roman Reigns is the bigger picture to them, and it's just oversaturation of Reigns over every talent on SmackDown, on Monday Night Raw, in pay-per-views. He's just a vocal point of every show now. And the only time we get I believe the only time we get anything that remotely resembles something different is, the New Day.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that do something different. Everything else is focused around Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And all the other stuff is just to kind of pass the time. Oh, we got 2 hours. That's whatever. I guess we can't have Roman Reigns every minute. So let's throw the Ascension and Ryback in there or some crap like that.
We'll just make sure we get back to Roman Reigns as soon as possible.
Right.
Don't worry. We won't be that long without dear Roman Reigns.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, man. But I mean, and the thing is, it's just not going to stop until he's champion. Then it's going to go even more when he is champion. It's just going to continue to progress until they finally maybe one point realize that Roman Reigns is not going to be the key to the future, not at least a full key, for everything. He's not going to fill the whole puzzle. Roman Reigns can't do everything. He can't fill the puzzle, and is not ready in a lot of ways,
No, he's not. In fact, he can't even fill the stadium. He can't even fill the stadiums anymore. People are leaving towards the end of the nights on Raw and SmackDown.
Oh, I heard that about Raw. Yeah, I heard that about Raw, too. People are leaving towards the end of Raw and everything.
Vince freaks out about it. Like, he doesn't understand. How can you not understand? You're doing – the funny thing is you brought up that, I try to be positive and everything. I think people kind of misunderstand why I'm positive. It's not that I'm a WWE guy and I'm like, no, there's something here. No. No, I'm desperately looking for entertainment. And it's confusion. It's confusion because I don't get how when I can be so entertained by a company for an hour a week, each and every week with NXT. By the way, this week's NXT was fucking amazing. It was really,
and it was
really
autopilot.
You didn't
it was
like
an autopilot show.
You didn't like NXT this week.
Show. No, I loved NXT, but the thing about that NXT was it was just autopilot.
I didn't feel like it was autopilot. I really,
how they edited it out.
I felt like
how they edited that whole thing out.
It was a go home show for NXT London, but I didn't feel it was autopilot. I felt like they progressed a few things. I like what they did.
I think what I'm saying is, like, I'm saying it's autopilot, but I'm not saying that in a bad way.
Oh, okay.
Like, what I'm
used
saying
to that
is
being a bad thing.
autopilot. No, I loved NXT, and that's the thing, though. You know, Scott, this guy who comes on my shows every once in a while, he goes to every taping, right? And he tells me about this, you know, if I want to hear stuff or not. But you know, I told him, I was like, even for a show that, you know, I know what happened here, I know what we're doing, like. NXT set out to do what they're going to do. We're going to have a kick-ass 1-hour show. We're going to involve, you know, the main stars that are going into our NXT London Takeover pay-per-view event for the network, or special event, whatever they want to call it. And we're going to do it in great fashion. And, you know, the end of it was awesome. The beginning was great. There's a couple of good, you know, it's just in 1 hour, they fill out more and much better things than Raw does in 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's just, they do it with such style in NXT compared to Monday Night Raw. And, you know, I understand that all that, you know, every NXT, like 3-4 shows are taped in one night. I understand that.
Yeah.
Even given that. So even if 3-4 shows are taped in one night, that's still tremendous that these people can go back out again and continue to deliver in the same night. You know?
Sure.
Could you imagine if Roman Reigns had to go out 8 times and deliver in the same night? And I'm not just talking like SmackDown when he's, you know, wrestling once or twice. I'm talking about like going back and back and back and back. Could you imagine that?
No, I don't think
because he didn't do that.
Well, he did. I'm sure he did it back when he was on the NXT thing. These guys were doing it, but it is pretty incredible. What
it was
they
limited
do.
though. It was limited because
it was
their NXT, the Shield NXT run, whatever. You know, like the Shield on NXT or whatever. It was short because they went basically Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. That's like FCW. Or whatever.
Or remember, Roman wasn't even thought to be the third guy of the Shield. It was supposed to be Cassie Sono.
Yeah, I've heard about that too.
He didn't have the work ethic. By the way, we just got a donation from Clinton. Clinton gave a $2 donation. NXT. Thank you, Clinton. I appreciate that.
I saw that pop up on the screen.
There's your $1 million laugh, Clinton. I'm having to put in the $1 million laugh as it happens because the stupid thing is broken on Twitch. I don't know. Or I'm stupid. More than likely, it's that I'm stupid, if I had to guess. So usually that is the case. SF Boy Y says, product is okay if you realize how thin the roster is, Dave. And he capitalized Dave like okay, first off, this roster is not fucking thin. There's
packed.
Nothing thin about this roster. Nothing. They only show you the same 20 people, but this roster is not thin, my friend. It feels thin because right now you're getting 16 guys, basically, really only 8 that are double booked every single show. And you're seeing them multiple times show. So it feels like it's a really thin roster. It's not a very thin roster. It's a very talent-heavy roster, and there are people that they can borrow down from NXT to fill in if it were thin. It has nothing to do with the roster size or depth. It only has to do with the fact that they are trying desperately to get one guy over because they feel that is the most important thing to their survival. Because they feel like we've always had a Hulk Hogan. We've always had a John Cena. We need a John Cena. We need a Roman Reigns. And that's why we're going to push. We're going to have him there. We're going to have him. Even though, in the one era that they didn't, they had an army of unbelievable talent who was not hindered by any limitations creatively. So that's the one era in wrestling where they didn't need a Hulk Hogan. And guess what? Hulk Hogan still existed, but he did it in another company.
Yeah.
So it's a very strange time because Vince and everybody else has to go against their nature, what they feel has always worked, what has always drawn. And for that, I give them a little bit of sympathy. I don't give them a pass, but I give them a little sympathy.
Yeah.
It's a tough thing.
Adrian Alex Poe asked, TLC's in Florida. Will the crowd boo Roman Reigns?
Not in Florida.
You don't think?
No, I don't think so. Not in Florida.
You don't think they're going to turn on him if he screws up?
No, not in Florida. Florida's a fairly soft crowd. If it was in like the NXT arena at Full Sail, yeah.
He'll be getting the Eva Marie treatment if that was the case.
Oh my God, man! I loved how that was smart what they did, putting her with Nia Jax like that.
Oh,
just
brilliant
giving her
move,
the
man.
heel rub. That was brilliant.
Brilliant fucking move.
I
Absolutely.
was like, how smart was it? And then Nia just taking the microphone. Bitch, you don't need to talk for me. I'm like, still gets booed. I loved it. It. Let's take a call, man. Tony Hall, man. Tony Hall's been trying to call in for like 2 weeks. I never get to his call. I feel like a dickhead. Tony Hall, you are live live with that on Dave and Too Tall. I got confused because I read something. Tony, what you got, buddy?
No, I was watching SmackDown. I just got home from work. From work, and I just got home, and SmackDown was like dull. Like what happened to it? It was saying, did you forget to watch Ryback and do a handicap match with?
You weren't entertained by Ryback and the Ascension? That didn't get your juices flowing. No, it was terrible. I'm not trying to get you to change your mind. It was terrible.
I wasn't. I was just like, why are they pushing Ryback versus what's that? Rusev one-on-one match? It's nothing to compare with TLC. I was ECW. They remember ECW in olden days with the Dudleys. What was that guy? Tom Dreamer, Rhino. Who's that guy? Other guy's name? What's that guy's name?
Tommy Dreamer, Sandman, Sabu, Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, Sandman is my favorite guy. The best match I never.
I'm a little bit confused. I don't know where you're going with this. You gotta bring me back here. Bring me back.
Okay, I'm sorry. I like the ECW days. The old.
Hold on, wait. We got a donation. Thank you, Clinton, for another $1 donation. Can't wait for NXT Takeover because once it starts at 8 p.m. in Ireland, and I didn't get to read the rest of it. No. It starts at 8 p.m. in Ireland instead of 1 a.m. That's right. We get it earlier. Yay, we win here in Europe. That's right. Go ahead, Tony.
I was watching ECW a long time. I was watching my best matches. I numbered. I watched Dudley versus I've got other guys' names, but they're the best tables matches I've ever seen. Hardcore. That's the old match I liked. That's an old match I numbered.
What about tonight, though?
Tonight my match was Paige versus Becky Lynch. That was the one I was entertained myself. I was like stalled and it was like the crowd wasn't cheering.
No, this crowd, and I'm glad you brought up the crowd, actually. You did achieve something on this call, Tony, and I appreciate that because you brought up the crowd. Did you hear any legit reactions tonight, Too Tall? It felt like everything tonight was edited. Like every crowd reaction was edited.
Yeah, no, it had to be.
It did. It felt like it. Yeah. Tony, what's your rating tonight, bud?
Huh? What do you say?
What's your rating tonight?
Rating? Oh, I'll give you this one, Dave Black.
You're gonna give it a Dave? Let's give it a Dave.
No,
I'm with the Dave. Let's give it a Dave out of 10. Why the fuck not?
I'll give it a 4.
Okay, 4 out of 10. I appreciate the call, Tony.
No problem, my man.
Take it easy, buddy. Oh my God. I was lost, man. I was so confused. I love Tony Hall, but I was more confused by Tony than I usually am. I love that guy, but I was fucking lost. I didn't know what to do. But during all that, we got another donation. So if I didn't do the...
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. We're rolling tonight. We're rolling. Here, I'm going to dance for it. I'm going to dance for the money. Dance, monkey. There's another $1 million laugh. Brandon Colby donated $1. More people are hyped for NXT TakeOver than TLC. Main roster should just be cookie cutter of NXT. At least they do a proper build and have good go home shows. Also, fuck Eva Marie. WWE should cut ties while they can. Talentless is the word. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Eva. Money. She may be talentless, but the girl can draw a crowd. And that's all that matters. There is an X factor about her. Does she have any other factor? No, but she has an X factor, and it's her beautiful fucking body. And sometimes that's enough.
And she can put a heat on anybody, which is awesome.
She can. Because think about it. Nia Jax has been getting nothing but cheered lately.
Yep.
Nothing but cheered
Since
lately.
her debut.
Even beating up Bailey didn't get her that much heat. But she walks out with Eva Marie, and you can't even hear her promo. How good is that?
I loved it, man. And that's another thing. Nia Jax she's not bad on the mic either. She didn't let the crowd control her. You know,
that's true.
She didn't even Maria and try to restart herself 5 times while the crowd boos her out of the arena.
Oh, we've been corrected. Adrian Alex Post says Dave TLC is in Boston. I thought it was in Boston. Yeah, you gave me bad information, Tutal. Who said it was in friggin' Florida?
I just read somebody from. I don't even know. Was it what's in Florida this year? Was it SummerSlam? What is? I forgot what it was.
Is anything ever in Florida? I mean, like I know they do.
Swear, Royal Rumble. Is that what it is? Is that where I messed up my shit?
Is Royal Rumble in Florida? I don't know.
Let me see. Let me look this up. I apologize. I read somebody's comment and I just woke up, so that's my fault.
It's okay. I don't blame you. I should have checked it too. I'm like Santa Claus. I didn't check it twice, and now we're all fucked up. Or nobody's getting their goddamn little Johnny Tinker toy. Clinton donated $2. Hey Dave, what do you think? Who do you think Lesnar will face at the Rumble? Here's your $1 million laugh, Clinton.
Yep.
Somebody's raiding their parents' purses tonight. I like that. Lesnar at the Rumble. Oh Lord. I wanted it to be like a Kevin Owens situation, but I'm starting to think that's not going to happen. Marcus Ryan says Royal Rumble's in Florida. I don't know if he's going to take anybody in a singles competition. I think Brock might just end up being in the Royal Rumble.
And if he is, he's got to win.
He's got to win it, you would think. I know at this event that he's about to be at that may or may not be televised on the network. It doesn't seem like it's going to be. But he's taking on Del Rio for the United States Championship, which I found very interesting. It's like, hey, Brock, you want to go for the U.S. title? Okay. Brock Smash. You pay Brock? Yes, we pay Brock. Well, Brock Smash. Okay, that's good, Brock. We can deal with that. But you pay Brock.
Legitimate.
Yes, Brock, we pay you. Then Brock Smash. It's that simple.
It's pretty crazy though. If he were to win the title, he could just bring automatic legitimacy to it. Just like
you know what I kind of want to see. I kind of want to see a mockery made of the entire system. I want Brock Lesnar to just start winning every single title. I want him to walk through, win the United States Championship. The next night, just take the Intercontinental title just because he can. And then I want him to beat whoever, even the New Day, beat the New Day 1-on-3, take their tag team titles, then win the world title all on the same night, and then just kind of walk away. Just be like, you know what? I don't even want them. I just took them to show you I could. Here's your stupid belts, Vince. Jeez. I don't know. That would be terrible.
Monday Nitro next week.
Yes. That's right. That's something that Russo would have booked, definitely. All titles on a pole match.
Yeah, right.
SF Boy Y says, should I call in and talk about dick size and how big mine is, Dave? No. I appreciate the offer. You know, some people would love to know about your dick size. I'm not one of them. But thank you for the offer. That's consideration. You know, some people would be upset at a question like that. Me? Thanks for thinking of me. Thank you for thinking of me. You're awesome. I appreciate that. Jordan Turner, I thought the same thing, Dave. That would be badass. No, I was being very, very, very condescending. I thought I was laying it on pretty thick. That wouldn't be badass. That would be bad. Adrian Alex Poe. Then Reigns squashes him and wins all the belts. That would be how it would actually be booked.
Yeah. That's actually, like, you're not far off there, Adrian. Yeah. That's pretty close right there.
I can see that. Like, everybody's all excited. Can you imagine it? Like, Brock just starts taking all titles. Fuck, it takes the Divas title too. Like, but he just, like, has sex with her.
If he takes the Divas title, then John Cena's going to have to come get that.
That's right. That's right. Rapido. Even better. Even better. So, Brock takes all the titles in one night. Takes them all. Roman comes out. He's like, I'm going to beat you for all the titles, Brock. Oh, that was something Roman would say his own name because he has to flub the line, so that makes sense. And Brock's like, okay. And Brock beats him. Everyone's shocked and surprised because Brock beats him. And then, dun, 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 here comes John Cena. And John Cena's back, and he's back on top of the company, and John Cena's winning it all. Let's do that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Makes sense to me. I'm tired.
I missed the Owens Ambrose contract signing. Was that good or was it just?
No, it wasn't good at all.
Oh, it was as good as
really
the popcorn
bad.
and the Coke, huh?
It was really bad, man. It's like, here's what they go, okay, let's try to make Brock, or God damn it, now I'm all fucked up. Let's try to make Kevin Owens as weak as humanly possible. So we're not going to have him come out there to sign the contract. He's going to have a lawyer come sign the contract for him. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the hell?
That's great.
Clinton donated another $1. I was looking back at NXT takeovers and I really miss Kevin Owens and Sasha Banks. Fair enough. There's your $1 laugh. We got a caller. We got somebody else in here. It's the one, the only, the incomparable Pittsburgh Boy 96. Tread fucking lightly tonight, Pittsburgh. What's going on, buddy?
Not much. Taking a break, studying for finals.
So does that mean you missed SmackDown tonight, studying for finals?
Absolutely. These are kicking my ass.
How could you miss SmackDown though? Your
Roman
boy
Reigns was
on
on SmackDown
twice.
That's your boy.
Because I don't want to repeat class next semester.
He had 2 matches though, and he beat 2 different people with that amazing spear of his.
Who did he beat?
He beat Alberto Del Rio. Well, it was a no contest. He didn't really beat him, but people got involved, and then they made it an 8-man tag for the end of the show. How lucky were we? And then he beats Rusev, who is feuding with Ryback, who kind of keeps hitting Lana, who decided to go in business for herself because she's retired. I don't know what's going on. It's craziness. It's pandemonium, Pittsburgh. But you missed it. How could you miss it?
Studying for finals, man.
No, that's not good. Vince doesn't care about your fucking grade point average.
Well, hell, I do.
If your grade point average falls below his ratings mark, maybe he'd care. I don't know.
Huh.
Pittsburgh, what are you studying to be?
Well, I was in criminal justice, but next semester I'm changing my major.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea because, you don't.
Criminal justice is like a fad that happened 5 years ago.
Yeah, who the fuck are you, Batman? I don't know. But
I changed my major to computer science.
Computer
There
science.
you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Money, man.
That's
There's the money.
smart.
Yep,
I was just
good
gonna
move.
make fun of you, but you know what? That's foresight right there. Maybe you should be a cop because that was like, I got to get out of this shit. There ain't no money in law enforcement. That was smart.
No. That's a good move, man. It's
a real
computer
good move.
science, a lot of money.
And it's always advancing. Go do your thing. That's really good. Well, get back to it, buddy. Get back to studying. Don't let Dead on Dave keep you up.
I guess I've been doing this all damn day.
We got anything entertaining? If you have something entertaining, you can stay.
Okay, how about the Panthers being better than the Patriots?
There's no way until they play each other. There's no way to know.
Oh, David, don't try to bring my Panthers down, Dave.
I'm sorry, but if you think the Panthers are going to beat the Panthers just gave up 157 points to the Saints. Wait a second, Pittsburgh boy, they gave 157 points to the Saints. You think they're going to be able to beat the Carolina, the fucking Arizona Cardinals? You think they're going to be able to beat now? Or they beat them once, but they're not going to be able to beat Seattle, who's now fucking surging like the dynamite juggernaut that they are. The Panthers are done. They may go undefeated, but they're fucking done come the playoffs. I can't wait because I'm going to make all kinds of money. I'm going to take bets from all you motherfuckers. Can't wait.
Best defense in the league.
What's that?
Best defense in the league.
They gave up 172 points to New Orleans. Get the fuck out of here with best defense in the league. Get the fuck out of here. He's gone. He gave up 172 points. Just gave up 172 points to New Orleans. They're not the best defense in the league. They're not. It's just not true. Oh, that's Denver.
I'm a Panthers fan. I was hoping they would lose before the playoffs. I was really hoping.
They're going to go undefeated. They play nobody, which has been basically the entire season. Even the teams that are really good that they played, they weren't good at the time when they played them. Green Bay, they played them at their lowest point. Same thing with Seattle. Now both those teams are starting to get going. And the problem is, it seems like...
When's a win, Dave? When's a win,
Win is a win.
Don't take it away from me, son.
I agree with you. A win is a win. But in the playoffs, those wins are a little bit harder when you played nothing but tomato cans the entire season. So, I don't know. I don't know. Gonna be rough.
My Panthers usually screw up in the playoffs anyway, so that's where we kind of stop. That's our motto.
We got another donation. This is crazy. Clinton donated another $1. Hey, Dave, do you like Johnny Cash? Man, this show's going off the rails if I'm getting that.
I don't know where we're going now, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I like Johnny Cash because he's Johnny Cash, but do I sit here and listen to Ring of Fire all night? No. Yeah, I hope he did Ring of Fire. I'm going to sound really stupid.
Yes.
I'm not a Johnny Cash guy. Yeah. Sounds like a Johnny Cash song. I don't know. 909, you're live with Dead on Dave and Too Tall. You want to talk Johnny Cash?
No, I'm okay.
Okay, good.
How you guys doing?
I'm alive. Too Tall?
I'm good, man. I'm trying to enjoy the rest of my day off. So I'm pretty satisfied at this point. So thanks for asking, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I didn't really get to watch SmackDown because I had all the schoolwork to do.
Didn't miss much.
Yeah, my friend told me to not to watch it because I didn't miss anything either. So
yeah, you didn't miss anything.
But I wanted to talk to this problem with the WWE. With all the problems, do you think in 2016 they'll turn it around? Like, do you think the 2016 is a mess year for the WWE? Because I do.
I think that the potential's there. I think the potential is there for a turnaround. I think anytime the WWE wants to turn things around, they can. And how do I know that? Because they're doing the right things on NXT. So somebody in that company knows how to book a product. So that's my first inclination to know. Second, they're loaded with talent right now. They're picking up everybody. And I'm telling you, it seemed when I did the video a couple weeks ago, when I talked about Shinsuke Nakamura possibly signing with WWE, it was kind of like on a whim. I was reading some things about it, but it didn't seem like it was a possibility. That is becoming a more and more likely situation. And if Nakamura does come over to WWE, it is goddamn game-changing because he is...
Oh, my God. That would be amazing.
He's on the same level as far as what he's able to do as Asuka is able to do. They're both fucking rock stars. And if they both come into the WWE at the same time, that's a game-changing situation because Nakamura is a star. Bona fide, legitimate star who could speak English. He's not that small. He's like 6'2". He's a good-sized guy, and he is absolutely dynamic. He's only 35, same age as Joe. It's not like he's super, super old. So... yeah, that's a game changer to me. So, yeah, I do think there's a possibility. A lot of guys are coming back next year, coming back off of injury. You never know what Brock Lesnar is going to be doing. John Cena will be back. Maybe we'll get John Cena and Roman Reigns and who kills themselves in first match. That'll be fun.
Do you think they're saving John Cena for the Royal Rumble? That's what I'd do.
No. I think they're going to get him. They're going to get him back as soon as they can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like it was kind of their choice. It was more John Cena saying, "Oh, I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to go do this show on Fox or whatever."
Yeah, I'm going to do this reality show. Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason.
You guys can live without me, right? Right? And then everybody gets injured.
Yeah, John. We can live without you. We got Roman Reigns.
Yeah, John Cena 2.0.
That's right.
But did you guys hear? Apparently, that Vince McMahon is thinking about changing Roman Reigns' attire. Like going in a whole new different direction.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it's going to be something very colorful. I'm sure it's going to be something very colorful that has 3 words on it. And I'm sure he's going to get a sweet new armband. I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. Look, the reality is one of the reasons why Roman Reigns does not work is because of his look. And Tommy C says it all the time, and he's 100% right. I talk to him every day. We usually get into why Roman Reigns sucks, and this is one of the reasons he always talks about. Yeah, we're bored old men as we talk about Roman Reigns. And he says one of the reasons why he's not connecting is very simple because people see past the fact that what he's doing on camera is not his personality. He's dark. Yeah. He has a dark aura about him. It's not just his skin or his hair. It's his clothing. It's his aura. It's the way he walks. It's the way he talks. They need to do something to change that. So changing his clothing is a way to do that. And I think, yes, that's absolutely coming. I can't believe it hasn't come yet.
Yeah. How about, changing his... Well, they need to change his theme song. That needs to go.
Oh, yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. $1 million laugh because Clinton donated $1. Thank you very much, Clinton. Let me read your thing.
Jesus, Clinton.
Yeah, Clinton's killing it tonight. He's going crazy.
Yeah.
Clinton donated $1 and said, I think Finn Balor will win at TakeOver. It's too early to take the belt off of him. Fair enough.
Somehow Joe's not taking a belt.
They're not taking the belt off. But what was the last thing you just said? I'm sorry, 909. What was the last thing you said?
I was talking about Roman Reigns and his entrance. Do you think they'll pick that up?
Oh, yeah. The fact that he's still the only guy that's using the old Shield music, I don't know why they haven't changed that until now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
It's somewhat different. It's not the exact same Shield theme song,
Isn't
but
I
it's.
the
They
echo.
changed it up a little bit. Yeah, they changed it up a little bit, but it's still
That's
the
right.
Shield.
The Echo Lima Charlie at the beginning is no longer there. That's right.
No, I think the actual set of the song is different as well.
Is it?
A little bit? Yeah, I forgot what I watched. I watched something on the network or whatever. Something about the theme songs or something, how they change it here and there a little bit. But it's still, obviously, when you hear that song, it reminds you of the Shield.
It certainly sounds like the same thing.
Yeah. Oh no, that's what I'm saying. It's a little bit different, but it's the same song with just some tweaks here and there. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's like drastic, but
like Vanilla Ice trying to explain why his song was different than Under Pressure. That was great. Have you ever seen that? If you haven't seen this video of Vanilla Ice back in the 90s trying to explain why he shouldn't be sued by friggin' Queen and David Bowie, he goes, it's really simple. I don't know how I can explain this any other way. Their song goes, din 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 din, while mine goes din 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 din, and he says it with a straight face. It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. It's not as good as Steve Danson, but it's pretty good. Yeah, what's up, 909?
I have an issue here. I don't get it. Why? Who's a heel and who's a face? Is Charlotte a face or is she a heel? And is Paige a heel or a face? Because apparently I think she's a heel and she's getting cheered as a baby face. And Charlotte's a face and she's getting cheered as a heel. Like, no one cares about Charlotte.
They don't know. Charlotte's going down the road of heelness. You know, she's going down the Papa Flair road. And while Paige she's been uber heel, but I'm not so sure where she is right now. I got a feeling that they're going to do a turn with Becky to kind of sell this whole thing with Charlotte a little bit. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I think what it's supposed to be is they're all kind of heelish right now, because I don't think Paige is necessarily a face either, but she is getting some cheers. But the thing is, when Paige is weird, because when they make her a face, she gets booed. When they make her a heel, she gets cheered. It's just very strange.
With me, I would have turned Becky heel a long time ago.
I would not. Becky she didn't work as a heel in NXT very well. She didn't really start getting over until she started showing face-like tendencies against Sasha, and then she got super over as a face. Becky is the bubbly, super face-type personality. Becky needs to be a face. Charlotte is a heel. Paige is a heel. Becky's a face. Bayley's a face. Sasha, I think, ultimately will be a tweener. But she's like she is right now, kind of, because they're like the girl versions of New Day.
Yeah. Well, like the difference with Sasha and Charlotte, it's like, doesn't matter what Sasha is. She can be a face or heel, but she's going to be cheered regardless. Yeah. It's like with Charlotte, I see people like booing her.
But that was kind of that way in NXT too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't know how to make up their mind whether they wanted to cheer or boo her. It's just how it is, and I think most of it has to do with her being Ric Flair's daughter. I'm just happy that they're embracing that finally to the extent, not just the woo or whatever, like just cheating to win, stuff like that. Yes. I'm happy they're trying to embrace that.
If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna show any association with the Flair name, you go balls out. You go balls out. You go full Flair. You don't go half Flair. You go full Flair. I agree. Yeah.
Like, do you see Charlotte holding the title until Mania, and then possibly challenging Sasha Banks? Do you see her basically? Do you see her losing it anytime soon before Mania?
My inclination is no. I see her holding the title probably till at least Mania. So I don't see her losing the title anytime soon. That's my inclination. But if people don't start giving her the reaction that WWE wants her to have, all bets are off. They can bring Bayley up at this point. Like, if Bayley loses at NXT, which I'm thinking there is a possibility of, I think it would be a mistake, but I think Bayley could potentially lose the NXT title, or the NXT Women's Championship to Nia Jax, just so because she's coming up to the main roster. I think it's a mistake, but it's not beyond the realm of possibility.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I think is going to happen. I think she's going to lose to Nia Jax, and then maybe possibly debut the night after the Royal Rumble on Raw. It's a possibility. Possibly.
It's a mistake. It's a mistake because as good as the women's division is starting to rebuild down in NXT, and they are, and if you need any proof of that, just look at what's her name from she was on last night's show. God, Peyton Royce. Look at her. Holy God.
She's light years ahead of Eva Marie.
she that woman is going to be a star. You look at her, she is going to be, she is gorgeous for one. Stunning.
She's gorgeous,
Stunning.
She's stunning, absolutely.
But the division is not in a place where it could lose Bayley. I don't think that they should lose Bayley. Asuka is still toiling around with Emma and Dana, but I'll tell you, I'm very intrigued by the potential of Nia Jax and Asuka. That's Gail Kim Awesome Kong type of situation to me, and that could be amazing.
Oh, hell yeah.
That could be amazing.
Well, the thing for me is, on the main roster, I don't think they're not really using anybody. Like, because all they're using is like Naomi. They barely use Naomi. They have Sasha, Paige, Becky.
Well, it's because they have Sasha.
All of them.
Yeah. Well, they always make sure to get a Bella in there. They always make sure to get Brie doing terrible Brie stuff.
See, and then like when they come back, it's like everybody else going to be pushed aside, except for Charlotte.
No,
I think Nikki will be put back into the situation, but I don't know if they're going to do it in the. I have a feeling that the Bellas are going to break up again. I have a feeling.
Yeah, I think that's best. I think they should go their separate ways. Maybe, with the Brie mode stuff and then the Fearless Nikki thing, maybe I can.
I could not tell you how much I'm so done with Brie Bella. I cannot watch her anymore.
I'm tired of the Brie mode stuff. That is so annoying.
What's your rating for tonight? Because I just realized I've left you on for a very long time.
I appreciate you having me on for this long.
Oh, I checked out mentally. I completely forgot. It's okay.
I give SmackDown a 3.
Yeah, that's fair. I won't even try to talk you out of it. That's fair. I appreciate the call tonight, bud.
Yeah, man. Thanks for taking my call, man. I appreciate it. You two take care now.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
So, Dave, I just watched the video because I missed the end. So, Roman Reigns hits the turnbuckle with his head and then spears Rusev?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It seemed legit.
Just wanted to make sure I wasn't dreaming. I just wanted to make sure.
No, that's what you saw. It's what you saw.
What the fuck is that? You hit a turnbuckle with your head, and then all of a sudden you're so strong enough that you can just spear Rusev and make him look like shit.
Makes sense.
Oh god.
We've seen John Cena take frog splashes and turn it into pinning situations.
Right.
I mean, we've seen this. It's terrible. It really is.
What did I expect?
What did you expect? Are you not entertained? We talk about all this situation with Roman Reigns, but I think this inevitably is going to have the worst effect on Sheamus. Because Sheamus, it just seems like he has absolutely no need to be there. It's like Sheamus is just a placeholder champion, and he's just there to, let's build a quick faction that nobody's going to care about, that continues to lose. And we're just going to put the belt on Reigns and all will be happy. This is going to do detrimental things to Sheamus. I really don't like that as far as where that's going to go. What do you think about that?
Well, he wasn't leading up to him cashing in. He wasn't it's not like it was booked to be the strong person.
God damn it, old school Matt. Every fucking time. Old school Matt hasn't called in forever. I put him on and he can't. Oh, God damn it. Sorry. Go ahead.
No problem. But before he cashed in the last pay-per-view, he was in the pre-show or whatever.
Yeah.
He was booked strong when he came back, And then, and then after Daniel Bryan got injured or whatever, that was kind of it for him for a while.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. They have no option. Seth Rollins got injured. Everybody else is gone or injured. Randy Orton's out like for 10 months or some shit now.
Yeah.
Rollins is going to be out for at least. If he comes back 6-7 months, I'm gonna shit my pants. But I think he'll be out for at least 11 to 12 months. He's the type of guy who could do it.
If there is a guy who could do it, it would be him.
I hope not, man.
No, take your time. Take your time.
Yeah, take your time, dude. Don't worry about it. When you come back, the crowd's gonna explode. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But you're right. He wasn't supposed to cash in, and I think when he was going to cash in, if everybody stayed healthy and the same as of right now, if he was going to cash in, he would have lost.
He would have lost it. I agree.
Yeah.
I think part of it. Look, when he came back, I was one of the only people. I saw some real potential in that beating up on the little guy situation. I thought it was an effective way. They could have got Neville over that way. I think there was untapped potential between him and Dolph Ziggler. They just, the stupid kiss my arse thing kind of killed it. But there was potential there, and they kind of wasted it. And I think part of it was a little bit of punishment because everybody's basically blaming him for the Daniel Bryan concussion. And I don't know if that's fair considering a guy who had barely been back. You're throwing him in ladder matches at WrestleMania with guys, with a whole bunch of people. In the same match that we saw Dean Ambrose take a nasty bump, power bomb through a ladder, for Christ's sake. We saw Daniel Bryan do some crazy things. And the thing that bugs me about the whole blaming of anybody for Daniel Bryan's injuries is Daniel Bryan coming off of concussions, coming off of shoulder injuries, of arm injuries, of neck injuries. He's still doing the flying headbutt off the top rope. There's no talking sense to a man who's willing to do that. I mean, damn. He
changed his stuff. I mean, I listened to you a long time ago, and you were like one of the first ones to talk about it. Was on a live show is that he changed how he's doing some things. He's landing on his feet when he does the drop kick into the turnbuckle or whatever. So he's doing a lot of different things. But you're still reckless. Or how about the fact that you went up there and you banged your head against head or whatever, like 8 to 10 different times. Even if you didn't hit the person right directly in the head, which you didn't, but at the same time you're doing that motion like 15 times over. What's the point?
Yeah, because I think people forget that when you're shaking your head back and forth really hard, there's something in your brain. Or your head called a brain. Man, I fucked that up. There's something in your head called a brain. And when you whip your head back and forth, even if you're not making contact with somebody, your brain is still getting shooken up like a goddamn martini. And it's not good. It's not a good situation. And it's caused a lot of undue bullshit. I don't know what's right here. I don't know if it's right to bring Daniel Bryan back. I personally, I think his little comment that he made was coerced. His whole "I might be done with WWE." I think it was coerced. I think he was told to say it. I think that's WWE's way of trying to
continue to get Reigns over.
Yeah, to help get Reigns over, to not spoil a surprise. Because I think Daniel Bryan is coming back, and I think he's coming back at the Royal Rumble. They don't want to let that cat out of the bag. It's like, shut up, Daniel. Talk about jiu-jitsu. So I don't know. But then on the flip side, he could be done. He could be done.
I don't believe shit until I hear on Twitter or I see him walk out there and say that he's done.
Yeah.
Somebody said that last night to me during the NXT show, and what do you think about? I was like, I don't think nothing of it. I really don't. I think I agree with what you're saying, Dave. But aside from that, I think nothing of it until he's out there in the ring. Like Edge was or Flair or whoever else was out there talking about I'm retiring.
Yeah.
Or if he's official announcement on their main website, I don't care.
Yeah, I agree.
This was and the funny thing is, it's been out for almost 48 hours now, and nobody said anything.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything. They're just letting you think about that, like it might be over, and then so let the time pass, and yeah.
If there was something to it, WWE would have referenced it. 100% agree with that.
Yeah,
they would have referenced it.
I agree.
It's crazy. I agree. If anybody deserves a retirement speech, it's Daniel goddamn Bryan. And what people think, and this is why I did a video on it, by the way, because people were automatically assuming, the people were freaking out, was he's leaving WWE, he's gonna go to another organization. No, he's under contract for 3 more years. He's on Total Divas. He's not going anywhere. He's just not going to be wrestling anymore if that's the case. It had nothing to do with his WWE future. It had to do with his WWE wrestling future. And only that. Because WWE would not let him. This is not the Kurt Angle situation. It's nothing like the Kurt Angle situation.
You can still use Bryan in so many other aspects of the show. You know, you can be a GM of Raw if you wanted to. You can have him be, like you mentioned, you know, the person that fights against the authority and helps out other people or whatever. There's so, like, he can still draw crowds without even wrestling. It's just the people want to obviously see him wrestle. But I just don't, even if it was over, you know, let's say they announced it tomorrow and on their website, he's still going to be back doing something.
Sure.
You know? Back in the back, like Mick Foley was commissioner of Raw or some shit.
You know, it's crazy. Few guys get over as hard as Daniel Bryan got over. The reactions he were getting, the closest thing that I can even put in the same category was it made me feel like The Rock. It made me feel like Steve Austin. And when Steve Austin, I think, is a really, which I do believe is a good comparison as far as pops go. When Steve got hurt, they wanted him to take a backstage role. They wanted him to do GM stuff, which he did a little bit, the commissioner stuff and all that. Yeah. But it was because that Steve was so hard-headed and not wanting to stay out of the ring that they didn't do more with keeping him away from contact. Steve wanted to wrestle, plain and simple, until he didn't.
Yeah.
Until he didn't.
Until it was like, well, you know. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something, son. I don't know. I didn't have anything else. I had nothing else queued up there.
That's it? That's all you got?
That was all I had. If anybody else wants to call in, now's the time, because Davey getting tiredy.
I think you have old school Matt on here. I can hear some stuff going on.
Oh, Matt came back in? You came back in uninvited? You're the only fucking inconsiderate guy who would do that. Old school.
Sorry, man. I haven't used Skype in 2.5 months. Since my computer's been having all sorts of damn glitches.
Terrible. All right, but you're here now. You know, normally I would kick your ass off, but it's been so long since I've heard from you that it's kind of nice to hear your voice. Old school Matt joining Too Tall and Dead on Dave. What you got for me, buddy?
And the whole Daniel Bryan thing, though, and you agreed with me on this a while back. The man's, as opposed to Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bryan's just overrated.
I don't know. He is overrated. I will give you that. He is definitely overrated. His reactions are not. His reactions, that's over. He was over. He was legitimately over. Do I think that Daniel Bryan as a wrestler is a little, especially later version Daniel Bryan, is the tad overrated? Absolutely. Absolutely. But that's just me. But I that doesn't mean I don't see the value in Daniel Bryan, because there's obvious value in Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan can go work at the training center and teach new submission specialists.
I don't. If he was 40 instead of 34, I think he'd be willing to do that. But the fact is, he's 34 years old. You know, he ain't ready to do that yet.
But you got to think, though, the man still wants to be involved in this industry. He loves the WWE. He said so himself on more than one occasion.
He does.
And you think if he has to retire from in-ring action and due to injuries, he may say, you know what, since I can't wrestle, I can at least teach other people how to do what I did in the ring.
He might, but he's very stubborn when it comes to this wrestling thing. He's not done. And until he accepts that, then nothing else is possible. So we'll see what ends up happening. I think the whole damn thing was irrelevant. I'm with Too Tall. I don't think it meant a goddamn thing what he said in that interview, because I think he is coming back.
I think the problem here is Daniel Bryan's not going to stop until he's paralyzed in the ring on live TV. That's the problem.
And does WWE have an obligation to protect guys like that? Should they, in this era, should they be protecting guys? Are they in the right for keeping him out? I think
Absolutely.
Yes. I think they have to.
And what people seem to keep forgetting is these aren't safe sports. Through everything, this is still pro wrestling.
Well, there's physical athleticism, no question. You're definitely putting unbelievable amount of damage and strain on your body, arguably more than the main sports in the world, because you don't get off seasons, you don't get breaks. You're wrestling all the time, so yeah, you're putting a lot of wear and tear on your body, no question. What else
you got to wonder if these guys sometimes understand that some people are willing to put their bodies on the line, like John Cena, as much time as they have to, without fully realizing that they could end up more fucked up than Bob Backlund.
Sure. But you know what? You see this in all sports. And then when they become a little bit older, they start freaking out and they want to blame the organization. They want to sue the organization. That's why we have all the situation that we do in the NFL and the NHL. Hell, in WWE, we got people suing. We got widows suing the WWE. We got all these people trying to say, I didn't know what I was doing and I should have been protected. And then when we have conversations about WWE not allowing Daniel Bryan back in the ring, they're like, fuck you, Daniel Bryan needs to be wrestling. Who the fuck are you to tell him that he can't wrestle? What the fuck are you talking about? You're just saying that they need to pay fucking Viscera's goddamn ex-wife $1 billion because he died, which probably had nothing to do with wrestling. In fact, he probably would have died much sooner due to his size had he not been a wrestler. I mean, that physical activity that he got being a wrestler is probably the only thing that kept him alive as long as he was alive. Because let's face it, 500-pound guys, they don't last long. It's taken from a big motherfucker. You don't last long. I'd be shocked if I make it to 50. Shocked.
I mean, could you imagine how old Big Show would have been when he died if it wasn't for WWE?
Big Show didn't die.
I said if he had.
He wouldn't have died.
I'll rephrase that. Imagine if Big Show would even be alive today if it wasn't for the WWE.
He would.
He probably still would. He was in really good shape.
Big Show's not. He's tall, so the weight proportions out. Yeah. He's not like 5'5", 450 pounds.
Yeah, he's not like Loch Ness.
Wrecking ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's proportioned out. And when he was younger, you know, in early 2000s, he wasn't fat or anything. He was pretty athletic.
Yes, he was.
For the most part. As I remember, I'm pretty sure Big Show could do a spinning kick at that point.
He was doing nip ups, man, kip ups. He was yeah. I mean,
so shit. I mean, Big Show's now. I think people forget what Big Show was 10 years ago or 15 years ago. Yeah, now he's older, obviously, and he's getting bigger, and he can't condition himself like he did when he was younger.
Yeah.
Or maybe he just doesn't have the drive or whatever it is. But even if he didn't wrestle, he wouldn't be dead. I don't think he'll be dead right now.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Because not everybody who's huge dies early. Yes, Andre the Giant did. He died relatively young, 46 years old. But he also had a lot of health problems. And he drank a lot. Like
it's the old school shit.
When they're measuring how much you drink in pounds, you know it's bad. And he drank a lot. Some of the best stories in wrestling history are about Andre the Giant's drinking. It's fantastic. I don't know who has better stories, Andre the Giant or Ming. Ming has some great stories about like going absolute fucking crazy and like tearing up police stations and shit. There's stories that Ming like bit people's noses off, and it's great. I love those stories. It's fantastic. What else you got for me, old school? I'm gonna wrap this thing up, I think.
I'll be honest, I don't know how I stayed awake through SmackDown tonight.
I only did because I watched so little of it. And Tutal took a nap. You know, it's funny that we were talking about all this big stuff because Tutal, this had to kind of hit home for you because you're big. So it's just like these motherfuckers are trying to say I'm gonna die young. Fuck you.
I had a lady come up to me when I was working a couple months ago before I started the weight loss stuff or whatever. And I admit I'm bigger. I'm not like I'm not skinny or anything.
Yes.
And she was like, she had this like quadruple bypass like surgery or whatever. And she comes the first sentence, she doesn't even say hi. She's like, the surgery I have could help you out. I'm like, what the fuck?
Damn.
It's like the 60 plus year old lady. I'm like, what is happening? I'm young. I don't need a surgery. I don't want to give into, like, I'm not going to be the person that gives into a surgery and takes that. I don't think, I'm saying there's people that, there's an easy way out, yes, but there's some people that just can't do, and that's the only thing they can do is take a surgery. Like for me, I did the weight loss thing or the Weight Watchers thing, and it's been working great. You eat the same food, just less food. That's all you do. You eat the same food, just less food, and I lost over 50 pounds so far.
Yeah, portion control. Great. That's how I've lost a bunch of weight. That's all it is,
man. That's all it is. And when you're younger, it's easier. That's another big thing to it. So
losing
funny,
weight is the easiest thing that you could say about it. It's simplest terms: move more, eat less. It's really, it really is from just a biological standpoint. It's that simple. And people say, no, it's not true. Well, you probably have a ding-dong in your hand right now as you're saying that. I mean, the reality is most people who say they can't lose weight. Now, I'm one of those guys. I've done this in the past where I've been like, no, he doesn't understand. I was lying. I was saying, I'm doing all the things that this guy's saying do. It's bullshit. I was lying. Just like I know that people out there are saying they can't lose weight because they can't do what they're already eating less. No, you're not. You're lying. You're lying. It's okay. We lie. I lied. Who gives a shit? But it's when you take responsibility and you decide, okay, I've got to do something or I'm going to fucking die. Because I had a stroke back in April. That woke me the fuck up, let me tell you. Woke me right the fuck up. And I've lost a bunch of weight since then. Still trying to lose more. I got a long way to fucking go. But 2,100% right, man. The surgeries and stuff. And I'm a cripple. So, and I'm still not like, just suck it all out of me. No, because I want to earn it a little bit, you know? There is still some glory in earning shit, and it feels pretty good.
Yeah. And honestly, I think and I could be wrong on this, if you do the surgeries, there's no incentive to stay that thing.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've talked about this before, about how everything nowadays doesn't mean anything to people because it's so easily achieved. I think you lose respect for something when you're just handed it so easily. So yeah, I think you're right. I think there's obviously something to it. But everybody takes Google and shit for granted and how easy it is to have knowledge. I mean, you think about it. We're in an age where anything that you want to know is literally at your fingertips. But if you ask any normal person a question, you're still going to get most of the time, well, I don't know. Because they don't have any respect for the process anymore. I mean, hell, we're all basically, well, you and me, Tutal, you're younger than I am, but I still remember the age of fucking libraries. When I was in school and had to do a book report, and this wasn't all that long ago, I couldn't just jump on the internet. I was going to the damn library and trying to achieve knowledge. It meant something. Now, nobody has respect for knowledge anymore. Nobody has respect for any of the processes that they have because it's so goddamn easy. Everything's so easy, so you don't respect it.
Here's the weird thing. In high school, and in high school, I didn't have internet.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
22? What do you mean? What weird school did you go? What Amish school did you go did not have internet?
Right. The fuck?
Again, we were given limited library hours when I was in high school, and at home, we didn't have the money for it.
Something happened in that library if you were given it. There's a reason. Something happened in that fucking library where you weren't allowed to be in there a certain amount of times. Yeah.
The haunted library. You have to get out or you'll be possessed in 20 minutes.
Right.
No, they were breaking up poker games.
That's because you had no internet.
Oh, that's so bizarre. Yes, where'd you go to school? The Amish School for Boys. Gotcha.
The truth comes out.
Yes, first hour butter churning 101.
No, I'm pretty sure the Amish School for Boys has more students than we did.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Hey, old school, I appreciate the call, buddy.
Just glad to be back, man.
What's your rating for tonight, if you have one?
I gave SmackDown a 3.5 out of 10.
Yeah, that's fair. I agree. That's fair. I appreciate the call, old school. Take it easy, buddy.
You too.
I love me some old school, man. I don't hear from him nearly enough.
This is the first time I ever talked to him.
So we've kind of gone everywhere tonight, haven't we?
Oh, I mean, talking about people are throwing in their height and weight in the chat at this point.
Most of you are lying. Most of you are lying in the goddamn chat. You're fucking lying. SF Boy Y says, I'm 6'2", 190 pounds, and late teens is that good weight for my age and height. Dave. Why does he always capitalize my name like Dave? He's been doing that all night. It's kind of creeping me out.
You can just Google that. There you go. If you want the information, you just Google your height and weight and then what's appropriate at that age.
BMI. Yeah, there you go. Your body mass index. That's all you got to do. But 190 at 6'2", that's not bad at all, actually. I think,
6 foot.
I don't know if the experts will tell you that it's appropriate, but I can tell you this: 6'2", 190. That's athletic. It's a good athletic build. Nothing wrong with that. You're probably very healthy. Probably very healthy. That's not a bad weight at all. I've never been that. I'm 5'10", 5'11". I feel like I'm shrinking because I was once 5'11". I'm no longer 5'11". And
the old age.
I've always been around. Yeah, that's right. It's the old age that's shrinking me. And
I was 5'11" in 7th grade.
I've always been in the 200s. I'm just a big guy. I've been in the 200s since I was 16, 15.
I feel you on that.
Playing football and stuff.
I was like 5'11", 5'12" in 7th grade.
Oh, wow. So you kind of shot up a little bit late, huh?
7th grade, 5'11"?
Well, I mean, 7th grade. I mean, I feel like I've been 5'10" since 7th grade. I just stopped growing after that.
Sophomore year is when I, freshman, sophomore year is when I got up to like 6'8" and then 6'10".
God damn, dude.
Yeah. Last I ever measured for a sport was for rugby a couple years back, and it was 6'10".
Oh, wow. Let's go through some of this stuff in the chat and see who's fucking telling the truth or not. This is funny to me.
Yeah.
All right, we got Matt Ernie. I'm 6'4". Why did he write the 6 as letters and the 4 as a number? I don't understand that. And I weight 175. I feel like CM Punk right now. I'm about to just start tearing people apart because they can't talk right or can't write correctly. Oh, I did it too. SF boy, and I'm 9 inches. If you'll feel me, Dave. I don't feel you're 9 inches. No. I appreciate the info though. Somebody make a mold of that guy. TJ Wicked. I'm 6'2", 180 pounds. Adrian Alex Poe says, so you're white. Pittsburgh says, yeah. Fat ass twat. Fake ass twat. Why I always want to call him fat ass twat? Fake ass twat. I'm 5'5" and 130. Wow, you're short, buddy.
It's legit, yeah.
That's legit. He's telling the truth. Josh Lyons.
Legit.
I'm only 5'8", 5'9", 106 pounds. 106 pounds.
You got to eat some fucking bread, Josh.
Yeah, get that kid a sandwich. Holy shit, he's at Brie Bella's situation there. 106 pounds. God damn.
For 5'8", 5'9", that's pretty.
Fair. That's an inch shorter than me.
Unless you have
he's
extreme,
basically my leg right
metabolism.
now. Holy shit. Wow. I don't even know what to do with that.
Yeah.
Wow. That's good for you. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, man. Congratulations.
Yeah,
I wish.
I guess. Maybe he's Ethiopian. I don't know. Marcus Ryan. I'm 6 foot, 230 pounds. I lost 20 pounds by the hard way with working out and eating better. That's the reality is if you put in the work, you're going to lose weight. You know,
and it feels so much better. After it takes like 2 weeks, and then you get used to it. That's for me. The first 2 weeks sucked, and then I got used to it, and then I saw the weight coming off, and it felt so much better. Yeah. Like overall, I felt good. People started noticing at work and were asking and shit. It's so the difference is just And then on top of that,
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
It's funny because. Like when I started this and I started first being on camera, I was over on the couch and everybody was like, man, Dave, you're really, really fat. I'm like, yeah, thank you for noticing. I know. But over time, over the past year, especially after the stroke, I started losing a lot of weight. And it was so nice when people were noticing. Now, the last couple of weeks, I have to admit, I've been eating like shit. I've been in pain. I have not had any self-control. So like I'm eating turkey and stuff, which may not sound bad to you guys, but I've been really, really disciplined where all I'm eating is just vegetables and rice and tuna and shit. So to splurge around Thanksgiving, have turkey, that was a pretty big deal because I ate a lot of it. I didn't eat turkey. Yet, I ate a turkey, and it was a lot.
The holidays are not over yet, Dave. Still got one more.
No, it's not. I'm trying to get through. I'm going to start. I've been trying to walk again, really go on long walks. And unfortunately, with all my situation, because I'm on a cane, I have the spinal cord stimulator and everything. So when I walk more than a couple of blocks, I'm basically, sometimes I have to lay down for like 2 weeks. I can barely move. It's that bad. One of the things I've been able to do, I can do almost every single day, is swim. But the closest pool is about 1.5 miles away, and I have to walk to it. And by the time I get to the pool, I'm dead. But starting around the first of the year here, I know how many times the people heard that. I'm going to start going back to the pool because I want to kind of jumpstart the weight loss again. And last time I went to the pool 3 times a week, the weight just came flying off of me. So I plan on going back to that at the start of the new year. And I might even do some videos about it, too. I'm pretty excited about it. Dave's weight loss challenge. I don't know.
But it's positive. People take to that, man. Positivity, bro.
That's the thing. That's, you know, the funny thing about that is if I wasn't positive, because people ask me, like, how do you, when I told my entire situation before about everything that's happened to me in the Army and all that, blah, 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 blah. And people are like, well, I don't understand how you can stay positive about it and still do things. I'm like, because if I don't, I'll die. It's really that simple. I mean, I spent 3 years almost in a morphine coma. When I first got hurt, the Army sent me home with 3 different types of morphine and a bottle of Percocet. And they refilled that for me for almost 2.5 years. So I stayed in my house while I was still getting paid in the Army. But I didn't have to go to work because I couldn't get off the couch. Not because of drugs, because of I was locked up because of the nerve damage. But they weren't doing anything else other for me than just giving me drugs. So I just spent the 2 years in this drug-induced stupor until one day, you know, I realized I had a day where I didn't do anything. I didn't have any morphine, and my brain cleared up for about 20 minutes, and I realized my daughter was taller than I remember. I lost time. Like, I don't remember those 2 years. My wife was telling me things that I did. I couldn't tell you if they were true because I don't remember. That time is just gone, and it scared the fuck out of me. So I took myself off all the drugs. I was like, I got to find a better way. So I started getting into yoga and shit. I bought the old DDP yoga, the YRZ yoga. I actually bought that. And that was helping a little bit. I still do yoga every now and then, but it's the whole breathing and trying to, like, the whole attitude. Attitude is amazing what it'll do for you. You can't give into it, dude.
Yeah, that's damn. Yeah, I know. Hell, if you can stay positive, I'm sure a lot of other people could stay positive. Yeah. That's really what it is. It's at the end of the day, it's you. You know, it's the only thing that's going to be pushing, and nobody else is. Because nobody else is in your head, you know, and that's at the end of the day, there can be 10 people trying to help you out, but at the end of the day, if you want to do something, it's going to be on you.
You got to look around at your life, and you got to find things that are worth it. You know, if it's not just for you, it's got to be for the people around you. And that was something that motivated me, especially after the stroke, which even at the time when I had the stroke, I wasn't eating really bad. I was losing weight at that time. It was just a really bad situation. I had the stroke, and it made me really start kicking myself in the ass. But I look at my daughter, and I'm like, man, do I really want to leave? I'm 32. You know, my daughter's 10. Do I want to leave her without a dad at 32 years old? What the fuck's wrong with me?
Right.
You know, it's scary. Right. It's a scary thought.
Absolutely, man.
Well, this just got depressing as fuck.
Yeah, I got real in here. I got real in this bitch.
Motherfuckers don't want to get real with Dead on Dave. We'll get real up in this bitch. It's funny. But, SmackDown.
So this thing that happened tonight on SmackDown.
Yeah. It's been a while since we talked about SmackDown, but there's really nothing to talk about. This was actually a fun review. Because
you get to a point, man. You get to a point in the shows where you passed everything. I do that in my shows too, and then I'm just like, okay, cool. That was a free for all. If you guys want to stick around, I'll stick around for like 20, 30 minutes, and we'll have fun about other stuff. We'll talk about other stuff. We'll talk about crap ROH or how terrible TNA is or whatever the hell you want to talk about. So that's kind of the cool thing because you got a lot of guys, a lot of people here to stick around after the fact after SmackDown.
Yeah.
So
and the funny thing is,
shows the support.
The funny thing is, it's like sometimes that could go really bad. There's just nothing to talk about. But tonight we've had just influx of different situations, and we had some getting to know you. We learned the plight of Too Tall and his bigness, and ladies telling him that he needed a triple bypass. What the fuck was that about?
I told my supervisor that. He almost fell over laughing. Yeah, it was funny. I think it was just my overall size. I don't think she's ever seen anybody quite as big as me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? No, but no, really. Like a lot of people, like my wife and I were walking. I forgot where it was. We went somewhere. Doesn't matter. We got out of the car and we're going somewhere to eat. I think like 2 weeks ago, and she was like, "Everybody's just there." Oh no, we went to Value City Furniture during Black Friday. She's like, "Everybody's just fucking staring at you all the time." I was like, "This is how it is."
You're a spectacle,
They've never seen. I've had people at my job, my old store before I moved to Maryland. I have people in my old will come in and take pictures with me.
Oh yeah,
like this dude this guy was like, "Can you put your hand on top of my head or whatever?" Because and his wife took the picture. I'm thinking to myself, I should be getting paid for this.
You should have. You should have definitely like put your hat out in front of him and been like, put a buck in there.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So
that's funny.
But everywhere I walk, people they're just a staring thing, man. It's ridiculous, and they think the funny thing is the people that think they're like being so very like sneaky about it. I can see I'm 6'10". I can see every one of you staring at
everything.
Me. Like I can see what you're doing.
That's too funny.
Oh man,
Sal, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What?
I said then I just give them that weird stare back, like I know what you're doing.
You can get because of how big you are, you can just stare at somebody the wrong way and they'll back the fuck off.
Yeah,
I can just imagine. We got a picture from Sal, our copious graphics guru. This is fantastic. It's up on the screen now. WrestleMania. He's got the main event for WrestleMania. He found breaking news. John Cena versus John Cena 2.0. There can only be one WrestleMania star. It's going to be fantastic. They're in the exact same gear. This is great. Oh, yeah, here's Pittsburgh.
The match of an era right there.
I had a feeling you'd call in right now, Pittsburgh. What's up, buddy?
This amazes me.
You like this picture?
These people, no. What picture?
Look at your screen right now.
Oh, get the hell out of here with that. But to get these people in the chat asking me what is Reigns' dick size? What the hell?
They assume you'd know.
Yeah,
how would I know? How would I know?
I don't know. I mean, you seem to know everything else.
Such as?
I don't know. I'm just trying to be a dick.
This is ridiculous.
I'm sure you fantasized about it, dude. It's okay.
Absolutely not.
It's okay.
Not.
There's Roman Reigns spearing you, if you know what I mean.
You spear me, Roman. Spear me.
And I'm gonna have to ask. I'm gonna have to ask you to take that picture down off that slideshow.
No, you know what? As a matter of fact, I think it's gonna be up forever now. It's taking the place of the slideshow. It's great.
At least until WrestleMania.
Why?
Because it's accurate, for one. It's factually relevant. So that's one part of it. Dude, look at it. It's gorgeous. It's perfect.
In what way? What way?
I can't believe you're not masturbating to this. This seems to be your thing.
No.
Yeah, it's great. What do you think his new colors should be for his new shirts?
Black.
Bright orange.
Bright orange.
Black,
electric
gray.
Blue.
Yeah. Does he get like a 3-word motto too?
So, only one at a time, kids. One at a time.
He's talking over me. I'm getting angry.
Go ahead, Tito.
Is your boy Roman Reigns gonna get like a motto on his shirt, like family, 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 or something?
Family, and family.
Why would he do that?
Family Samoa repeat.
Why would he do that?
I mean, he could just borrow, loyalty, hustle, and respect. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
It works for everybody.
I mean, do these people not remember our discussion the other night?
No. I don't.
Right, I asked you that question about my friend.
Oh, your friend. That's right, yeah. Are you segueing back to the girl problems again?
Huh?
Are you segueing back to the girl problems?
No way.
Is that what you're doing?
Possibly.
Okay, you want to talk about girl problems again? Fuck it. Tutal's probably got better insight. We're both married men. Are you still in the friend zone?
Run.
Yes, I am.
Well, yeah, of course
Why
you are.
are you in the friend zone? Damn it.
Listen, we've been best friends for 5-6 years now. I just got a relationship maybe 4 or 5 months ago.
Okay.
And lately I've had a lot of feelings for this friend. And
is she a friend to you, like she calls you and asks you to do stuff, or is she a legitimate friend to you? Like, there's a difference. There's girls females that use guys that be like, can you do this for me? Can you pick me up? Can you drive me here? You know, I knew a guy once that from high school that this guy would literally, she would go to this other dude's house like 2 towns over, you know, do her business or whatever at 3 a.m. Then she would call this guy. He would wake his ass up, drive and pick her up and bring her back home.
Oh, for those of you
Like,
who need translation, do her business means get fucked really hard by another guy. Please continue.
Right, exactly. And then this guy will go and pick her up like, oh, I'll be right, because that's the friend. You're in the friend zone.
Yeah,
Now,
bring
the
her wet
problem here,
naps and
Pittsburgh,
stuff.
is-
Here, clean yourself up. It's fine.
Put some paper towel on the passenger seat just to make sure the shit's not coming through. But Pittsburgh, you got to find out if where you are in the friend zone. If you're too deep, man, it's too late.
He's too deep. He's been friends with her
Well,
5
start
years.
Yeah, I mean, like to start off with, we go to 2 different colleges, and we every couple of weeks we'll like go to our one school for the weekend, and then we'll, you know.
See, this is what I, because of these type of details, this is what I told him to do. I said, don't get her drunk, but while you guys are hanging out, you get really drunk. You go ahead, get yourself really fucking wasted, and just pull your dick out. Just pull your
That's
dick
taking
out.
advantage. That's
You're
taking
going to
advantage,
get an
though.
answer, but don't get her drunk because you don't want to get arrested. But if you get drunk and whip your dick out, look, there's 1 or 2 things that's going to happen. She's either going to walk out and then you can just say, look, I was drunk, I'm sorry, or she's going to suck it, and then you know you're good. So you're going to get an answer one way or the other. I think it works. I think it's foolproof.
That's the extreme. That's like Dave's extreme way. You can just tell her if you want. You can go like the old.
He doesn't want to do that.
you know-
That was the first thing I told him to do. He's a pussy. He doesn't want to do it.
Oh, come on, man. Just tell her. Just be like, listen, I've had feelings for you, so and see where it goes.
Exactly.
What's the worst? What's the worst? You're gonna sit there all your life and wonder if you're gonna sit there and wonder if this was gonna happen, man.
He doesn't want to
If you
lose the
just tell her
friendship.
honestly.
He doesn't want to risk the friendship. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, pussy.
Anything awkward.
Well, life is awkward.
Fuck,
Damn it.
man.
Life is awkward, buddy. I mean, shit. That's college shit, dude. You need to get over it. You'll be fine. Just tell her. Tell her. Bring her on
You're
the
in
show
college,
and tell
man.
her.
If she says no, go leave the dorm room, go find a party and get your dick blown, bro.
Fucking A right, dude. Because
Just
you know
get
what women love?
You're in college, Pitt. What the? You know what?
What are we
The answer
talking
here
about?
is you're in college.
What are we talking about here?
That's the answer, Dave. He's in college.
If she's not attracted to you now, she will be after she hears you fuck somebody in the next room. Women can't get enough of a guy who is. Women love guys who are attractive to other women. If you are getting laid around her, she's going to be like, man, there's something about him. It's primal. It's natural. She's going to be smelling what you're dealing, and she's going to be like, I got to get a piece of that. So I'm telling you, man, either tell her and quit being a friggin' vag, or you get drunk and whip out your dick. I think. That's what I
Both
think.
junior and senior year of high school, we went to prom together. Then our
Did you try to get it?
You took her to prom,
yes,
and did anything happen?
Did you kiss her, bro? Did you reach the proverbial second base at least?
grabbed her ass, got a slap across the face.
Oh, you're done. You got your answer, motherfucker. You're friend zoned. It's over. Don't whip out your dick. You're going to go to jail. You got your answer. You took her to prom. You grabbed her ass. You're done. You're over. It's fucking finito.
Yeah, just
But that was
make
like
her jealous,
That was
man.
like 3
Listen.
years ago.
I
listen,
highly
listen,
doubt that you
listen.
got more attractive in 3 years. No offense, but
listen, man. Just this. Fuck it. Don't put all your time into this chick. Just go find other chicks and make her fucking jealous.
exactly.
Make her fucking jealous. And when you try to touch her, grab her ass or whatever, and she got so offended that she would smack you, which sounds like a fucking straight like 1999 fucking movie.
The scandal.
That was made, but just make her
How
jealous.
dare
You
you?
put too much energy. You put too much energy into this
Yes.
one chick. You're in college, bro. You can literally walk out of your dorm room right now, whip your dick out, and get it sucked. Like no bullshit. You're in college.
Oh, not
That is a
not anymore.
possibility.
Now, if he whips his dick out in college, he's probably going to get suspended and then accused of rape.
Oh,
Keep
yeah,
your dick
man.
in your
Go to a
pants.
party first.
Might be best.
Well, especially if I'm, well, not this year, but after this year, I plan on joining a fraternity. So yeah, that would get me more trouble if I were to do anything with one, because fraternities are so bad.
I can't see you in a fraternity. You don't seem the type of guy.
Why?
You don't seem like the
Why?
type of guy. You're not a douche enough. I mean, you're douchey, but not douchey
Are you
enough.
a bro? Are you a bro?
Yeah, are you a bro?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You're.
Are you going to check people's privileges? I think you should check people's privilege. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to check my white privilege right now. We'll see if you're for fraternity material. Check my white privilege.
Do you think that's a real thing, white privilege? Do you think it's a real thing?
No, but people think it fucking is. I've been white for 32 years. Ain't no fucking privilege to it. My experience, and I know that this is ignorant, and I know it's probably not correct. It all depends on where you live. All depends on where you live, what you do, and I'm sure that Too Tall's like, you're a fucking idiot. But it all depends on where you live and what type of instance you are. But my experience from being in the Army as long as I have and all of that stuff, generally, you are where you've earned most of the time. Now, depending on where you live, absolutely, there's a benefit to the color of your skin. That's an ignorant statement to say that there's not. But today, in America, it is no longer a good thing to be a white guy, especially a white guy between 18 and 45. You are now the enemy.
But I also kind of fear her parents.
Well, that was random. Why do you fear her parents?
I fear her parents because she's Filipino. She's has Oriental descent.
That's racist.
Yeah, man.
It's not racist.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything? That was so weird.
She's even told me how strict her parents are. She's even told me how strict her parents are.
Oh, then you're fucked, man. I don't know why you're trying to do this shit.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem to be worth it. Can you not get her out of your head? What's going on?
Because I don't want to ruin a friendship.
Well, then I don't understand what the problem is.
Sit there 40 years of pain then, sir. Go ahead. While she's screwing some other guy. Would that make you feel better? I'm not trying to be like the ultimate dick right now, but like, what if she goes and fucks some other dude and then it's not you? And you didn't tell her in the beginning, and because you didn't tell her, it can go one of two ways. That what Dave said can go one of two ways, or what I'm telling you, can go one of two ways. You tell her.
I'm in agreement with you. I'm an idiot. Listen to Too Tall, because I'm fucking stupid.
It doesn't, or you can sit there for the next 15, 20 years, however long your friendship lasts, never telling her while she's telling you about like blowing other dudes. You want to be that kind of friend? You want to sit there and listen to her stories while she blows other dudes? Yeah,
you don't want to blow other dudes. Or what if she asks you to blow another dude? It's not good. But the show has now changed. If you look at your screens here in the next 15 seconds when the delay catches up, we got a new show now. Thank you, Sal, for hooking me up here. Love Talk with Dave and Too Tall. We've got made this banner. I have the best graphics guy in the world.
Oh, I see it.
This is
my name's there. Oh, shit.
Isn't this amazing?
Oh, my God.
That's amazing.
Black Mamba in the chat, wear a Manny Pacquiao shirt.
That's perfect.
Well, that just means you don't pay your taxes.
Yeah. Somebody said in the chat, why don't you pay to date her? Why don't you just go pay an escort who's willing to blow you then at that point? You know? I don't know. That one I didn't get. Pay to date her? I don't know. You can go pay an escort and request the same type of ethnicity that she is. Yeah. And that person will blow you, and you don't have to try to pay her and then not get anything out of it.
Pay to date her? Doesn't that sound like marriage? Sounds like marriage.
Cap said copious amounts of loving.
Copious amounts of loving. There we go. SF Boy Y says, can I call in and get advice? Dave? Absolutely you can, because I'm going to kick fucking Pittsburgh out of here. I think we helped you.
What?
I think we helped you.
He's like, what?
I feel like we helped you. Take our advice and bring her on the show. If you call in with her, we can solve this.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. If you have a problem, I'll solve it. All right, I'm telling you, I got you.
Or we can. How about you just give us the number, we'll text her for you.
Yes.
Be like, hey, this is Pittsburgh boy or whatever. I don't know if that's what you tell her you are, but we'll just tell her for it.
We'll play Love Gravy in the background. Tonight is a night for love. You know I wanna touch you where the lights don't go. Tonight is a ride for love. Love Gravy. Yeah. That'd be badass. All right, Pittsburgh, you're gone. Talk to you later, buddy.
Terry said, buy a blow-up doll and shut the fuck up.
But inflate and shut up. Sodville, you're live with Dead on Dave and Too Tall. What you got? We've delved into craziness.
What's up, man? If you didn't know, I'm SF boy on the chat.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Oh, okay. Because you got blocked. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, I just need some advice, man. So
Let's do it.
it's pretty much this girl's in my English class, and then we always have.
Oh wait,
these
first,
awkward-
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Because it's important. Because you've kind of been known to have troll tendencies. Is this a real situation?
No, this is a real situation.
All right, cool. Okay, go ahead.
Dead on. Okay, so I was saying, in our English class, we only have one class together, and we always have these really weird stare downs. Like I remember this one time we had a very weird stare down. It happened like 20 seconds. We were both staring at each other until we were staring at each other, and we just looked away. It was really weird. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to approach her.
All right, a couple of questions. How old are you guys?
17, 16.
How long have you known her for? Have you talked to her at all?
Yeah, I've known her for a few years. I talk to her like almost every day.
And you guys have one class together, and even though you talk throughout the day, you will have a moment where you stare at each other for 20 seconds? That's a long time.
Yeah.
Are those all the facts? That's all accurate?
Yeah, it's all accurate.
You're fucking. You're gonna fuck.
Class.
You're gonna fuck. You're gonna fuck.
during class.
If you have 20 seconds of silence with a person that you talk to throughout the day and any other times, that means that 20 seconds you both are thinking about the things you want to do to each other. If you tell her how you feel, you're gonna get in that. You're in there like swimwear.
Should I just tell her straight up? Should I tell her straight up?
Yes.
Or how's that go?
Yes. Tell her straight up.
Should I give her some clever, cheeky
No.
pickup line or
No. Be like, look, and Tutal, you can tell what you think about this. But
I think he's trolling, so I'm not even jumping
I think he's
in.
trolling too, because that's what Saad does.
I know you're
trolling, I swear on my
entertaining
life.
it though. I know you're not being serious. I know you're entertaining it, so I'm just here for the ride.
I'm
just
just
here for
on
the
my
ride.
life. This is not a troll.
I'm just here to hear how badly Dave fucks this up. That's really what's about to
Okay,
happen.
so what you're telling me is just go up to her straight up?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
You go up to her,
I
you
don't
say,
know, but what if I get rejected? That'll kind of be weird the rest of the year.
you know
You're
what?
in high school, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Why is rejection
Yeah,
a
but
bad
still-
thing? Rejection is a useful fucking tool. It teaches
Because
you
you lose
things.
all your self-esteem.
Fuck that. Self-esteem is bullshit. You only lose self-esteem if you allow it to leave your body. If you decide that she rejecting you is not that big a deal, then guess what? It ain't that big a fucking deal. Nobody can take power away from you that you are unwilling to give. That's reality.
Yeah, but this girl's like an 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10.
And what are you?
Yeah,
So if
she's not the only one in the world, bro. She's
That's
not the
true.
only 8 out of 10 in the world.
What
I
are
don't
you?
know what- I
What's
don't
your
know,
rating?
I'm not. I'll give myself a 10 out of 10, but that's just me.
Okay. So you're probably a 3. You're probably a 3.
No, but here's the thing. Should I ask her like for a date or for something else?
Yeah, I would suggest a date, because I don't think that you should just go up and say, "Hey, let's fuck." You know, that's probably a bad idea. But I think you can go something like this. This is how I would handle it. I'd be like, "What's her name?"
Well, I don't know. Maybe she watches the show.
We'll call her Courtney. Fuck
Okay,
it.
Courtney.
Say, look, hey, Court. You know, you and I have been friends for a
Hey,
long
Court.
time. Hey, Court. Yeah, exactly. You got to get personal with her. Court. You shorten it.
Okay.
If
Give
it was
me, like,
Tiffany, it'd
word
be
by
Tiff.
word quote. Like, give me a quote. Like, what should I say?
I would
Like,
say
exactly.
we've been friends for a while. I'm not going to give you a line because lines suck. Women don't like lines. All right, lines suck.
right.
Say we've been friends for a long time. I've been noticing something. You and I have been staring at each other a lot. What's up with that? You want to go on a date? Is there something here?
Oh, that's good. That's good. I didn't think of that. It's really awkward.
I feel like I'm being trolled.
You're not being trolled.
I feel like it.
I'd much rather just ask her to follow me into the locker room and.
No.
Action.
No, that sounds like something
Now you
Bill
are
Cosby
being
would
trolled.
do.
I want to spare her. I
No.
want Roman Reigns to spare her.
No, you're going to the bad place.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Keep-
give me what does Too Tall think about this whole situation here? Can you
he
give me
thinks you're
some
full of
advice?
shit.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna respond. I'm just.
If Tutal, if this situation were real, what would your advice be?
When you tell me you want to take her to the locker room and spear her, I think you're just trolling. So I just want to throw that one out there. And now you're laughing about it, so you're confirming the fact that you're trolling. That's okay.
I was playing.
I think nothing, man. If you're 17 and she's 16 and you're in high school or whatever, just ask her. It's not. By the way, if she says no, it's not the last thing. It's not the end of your world, bro. You're 17. If you're not trolling,
it kind of is though, because then the rest of my high school career is gonna be me.
If you're basing the rest of your high school career on one chick, if you're basing the rest of your high school career on one chick, you should just stop going to high school.
Do you go to the school that she's the only girl in? Is she the only girl there?
No. There's like probably like another 100 girls in our grade.
Oh, well, then you're fine. Look, you know what? I'm going to give you some real advice. No more shtick, no more bullshit. I'm going to give you some real fucking advice that changed my life, and this is 100% true. Do you know why most guys fuck up with women, especially at young age?
Why?
Because there's this bullshit conception out there that women are this mythical fucking creature. That there is this goddamn misconception that women are the fucking unicorn. And our whole existence is to chase them. And if we can't catch the unicorn, then our lives are somehow incomplete. It's fucking bullshit.
But here's the thing. If she says yes, and we end up going on this have a long relationship, I'm not a big commitment kind of guy, so I just want to.
You're 17.
I know, but that's the thing. I don't feel like dating her more than like a few months. You know what I mean?
Oh, then why even ask her out? What the hell's wrong with you?
No, not a few months, like a few years. Like I don't want to get super involved.
Well, how do you know? You could start dating her.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know.
You're still young. You don't know how many relationships have you had?
0.
What?
Well, like,
Dave, I've never been in a relationship, and I'm telling you right now, I don't want to commit long term. What the fuck?
No, I guess you can count one, but really one. It was last year, but it lasted like half a week.
So now it's 1. Yeah, you're trolling me, bud.
No, but I said 0 because that one really didn't count because it was like probably half a week to a week at most.
A week. That's not a lot of relationship. Is this you in the picture, by the way, on Skype?
What picture?
The picture of you eating a sandwich. Is that you?
That's me from a few years ago.
You're not you got an Eddie Munster thing going on. You're not a bad looking guy.
I don't look like that. I have like a beard now.
You have a beard?
Small sideburns. I have like small sideburns. And then like a small goatee.
Oh wow, that's creepy. All right, well look, hey, I hope everything works out for you. I hope you give us some updates on how that works out. And that's
thanks
it.
for the advice, man.
I appreciate the call, Saad.
All right, see you, man.
Take it easy. I think Saad's actually 47 years old, and he has a really young-sounding voice. That's what I think. That's what I think. Yeah. This is fucking fantastic.
We're still retaining a good count there, man. On your
show. We got
it's ridiculous.
Well, people love train wrecks, and this is a train wreck. This is fantastic. I wanted to get off of here, but now I'm kind of hoping somebody else fucking calls in. I'm having fun. I'm invigorated. This is great. I'm still dying in pain, but this is great. Oh, this is so funny. Adrian Alex Poe, women are scum. I think that's a little extreme. Just a little bit. Let's see here.
Adrian Alex Poe says, "Pitch, shave your dick into an arrow and show her." What the fuck? These comments are beautiful. It's fucking amazing.
Matt Ernie says, Pittsburgh, final thing I did to get my answer, I titled her face to mine and looked at her in the eyes and walked away. She was left there standing and she was blushing bright red. Anything that you hear from Matt Ernie, also known as Old School Matt, remember, he's a guy who has gotten beaten up by his girlfriend and he lives in a fucking hearse most of the time. You might want to be careful of what you listen to from Old School Matt. Let's take another call because this is just too much fun. 480, it's Love Talk with Too Tall and Dave.
I should probably just leave then because I can't talk about SmackDown then, right?
You can talk about SmackDown. Why the fuck not? Let me get rid of this banner. Hold on.
Well, I didn't watch it, but I'm just going to assume that it sucked. So,
that's correct? A bad assumption. Go watch it, then call back. Because you know what?
No. I saw a majority of the YouTube clips, so I mean, I don't think I have to watch the whole show, but I saw the Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose contract signing, and I was not impressed. Once again, lazy booking with those two. I wasn't impressed with it at all.
Yeah, it sucked.
And, of course, Super Reigns pisses me off once again.
Super Reigns!
What?
Super Reigns!
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't understand how Pittsburgh boy can just defend this guy.
I don't know.
It's
because he loves him.
He loves him.
Don't you have a favorite wrestler that people might hate and you just love?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Kevin Owens is my favorite wrestler. I got to be honest.
Some people hate Kevin Owens.
His weight, it kind of pisses me off.
See, Kevin Dunn wants to kill Kevin Owens.
Yeah, he does. Literally.
Yeah, I don't see him getting anywhere near the WWE title as long as Dunn is around.
Oh, he will. Oh, he will.
I don't think that. Look, I think they're running out of options. This Reigns thing is failing.
Yes, it is, and it's. I don't think it's ever going to get better unless they turn him heel soon, which they're probably not going to do.
Even that wouldn't change anything. If Roman Reigns goes heel, that doesn't change shit.
Yeah, they're past the point. You know what? I think a big problem is the fact that because of all the stuff that goes on the internet and everybody talking as much as they do, I think that a lot of the times Vince and Kevin Dunn, I think they're the primary guys who does this. They're like, well, we can't do what the internet's saying because we don't bow to the internet. It's ego. It's pride and ego and unwillingness to fucking admit that maybe they don't know everything. Because a lot of the things that people say on the internet, and I'm included in this, it's obvious shit. It's stuff that has worked in the past, and it's very obvious, and it's not overly ambitious or overly creative. It's just obvious things. And Vince and Kevin Dunn are like, nope, they said it, so we can't do it. You know, it's crazy. While Triple H seems to have the opposite mentality. He's like, if we give a majority of the people some semblance of what they want, they'll tend to watch more. It's incredible.
No, shut up.
Tuned in.
He actually brought up a few things on the Takeover conference call. I don't know if anybody listened to it or not. But he actually brought up a few things, and he said that, he just said that he understands, everybody's frustration with the product and, like, how bad of a state it's in. And he said that they're working on it to get better, and he said to trust them. So, I mean, I don't know what that means.
They always say that. I mean, that's what they're always going to say. That's what else are they supposed to say? I don't know. Based off what you saw, what's your rating tonight?
I got to be honest. I got to give it a 2.5. I wasn't impressed with anything. I mean, NXT was a lot better last night. That's for sure.
NXT was great. NXT was great.
Yes, it was.
I feel bad even mentioning it in the same sentence.
I'm still holding out for Joe to win the title because if that happens, that would be epic. But based on what happened last night with Joe choking him out again, I don't expect it to happen.
I don't see it happening. I definitely don't. He's put him out 3 weeks in a row now. I definitely don't see it happening. But
then again, if you remember, like back in July when Balor pinned Owens in the tag match, the go home before Beast in the East, and he still ended up winning the title. So
true, but face doing it to a heel and a heel doing it to a face are two different things.
Yeah, you're probably right. But
then again, in NXT, all bets are kind of off. Joe could win the title. I think it's very possible. Joe could win the title. Especially if Finn Balor is closer.
Because, I don't know how much you can get out of Balor holding the title anymore.
If Balor is closer to a call-up than we think he is, Apollo Crews is the next obvious guy that's going to be getting a title run. If that's the case, you need a heel champion, and Joe could be that dominant heel champion, so why not have Apollo Crews and Joe for your next big feud?
Well, where do you think Zayn fits into all this? Because, he had a match with Balor tonight at a house show and lost, but did you see him getting involved in the title run anytime soon?
I certainly do. I think it's a good possibility. I think they're going to kind of go slow with him and make sure that he's healthy, and then once that they know that shoulder is good, how can you not? If he's not going to be in the title picture, or at least somewhere in a high pro, maybe Corbin is a good place for him. After Apollo Crews, maybe Corbin is a good place for him. Kind of a graduation ceremony for Baron Corbin. I don't know, but if you're not going to have him in a major feud or for the title, then what's the point of having Sami Zayn down there?
Maybe they just want to get his feet wet because maybe they are bringing him up sooner than expected. But
very possible.
I still think him coming back to at the Rumble and eliminating Owens is a possibility, even though I don't think it should happen now.
It could. I still think it's too
I
early.
think Bryan versus Owens for the IC title at WrestleMania is the way to go.
I think that's a terrible idea. Nobody's going to give a fuck. Nobody's going to care. No, there's going to be we're going to care. A very small section who have been following these two is going to care, but other than that, nobody's going to give a shit. I think it's a terrible idea. It's too early.
I think Ambrose beats Owens this Sunday for the title then.
I'd like to see that, but right now I have no idea what's going to happen. It's all fucking retarded. Hey, I appreciate the call, man.
Peace out.
Take it easy. I'm kind of bummed he took us out of Love Talk.
Well, you know.
I couldn't get back into the wrestling. I tried.
I try to stay out of that one. I wasn't really feeling it anymore for wrestling.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like I'm over wrestling now. It's like I'm done. I've been on. We've been live 2 hours now. I'm like, And
you're gaining viewers, by the way.
I know, it's crazy, right?
Almost at 30 here.
And Matt Ernie says, Dave should not run me over. She tased you, bro. She tased you, Matt. Old school got tased by his own girlfriend, and then he got told to go sleep in your hearse. That's true.
Life decisions, man. Life decisions.
Life is difficult. Omar Marrero says, at work, there is a girl I want to ask out, but we have never talked, and I don't want to make it awkward in the workplace if she says no. If you've never talked, then you really don't have anything to worry about. Just go up to her and just ask her out. It's not making it awkward to ask somebody out. Respectfully
ask her out. Because you're in the workplace. If you say the wrong thing, it might be an HR problem.
Exactly. There you go. That's the thing. Don't creepily ask her out. Don't walk down to her. Don't walk over to her with your pants unzipped or anything like that. If you just show up to her like a man and say, look, hey, Denise, I've been noticing you for a while. Why not? Fuck it. Denise, I've been noticing you for a while, and I'd like to take you out. Would you like to go get a drink after work? Boom. That's it. As long as you don't go, I'd like to take you out and roofie you, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah. I have a guy at work. This is what you shouldn't do. We have a guy at work, which I still don't know how he's not. I think it's because they're so staffed that they don't even care at this point, which is pretty sad because this is pretty. He's followed females to like restaurants during his lunch break that work with us. He's
the guy who wants the random chance meetings. You go here too? Amazing.
It's free. He looks like, this is my exact description, and I've told him this before. He looks like Captain America before Captain America, like before he got
the Captain America that gets his ass kicked in an alley.
Yeah, that's what exactly, like, no joke, exactly that's what he looks like.
The pre-super soldier serum. Oh God, SF boy Dave, how big is your cock? Well, yeah, eye of the beholder. It's small. There you go. God, Pittsburgh keeps. Should I take Pittsburgh again?
I don't know. Go ahead, man. It's your show, man.
Yeah, but I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing most of the
time. At this
time.
point, it's not SmackDown. So.
That's true. It doesn't really matter. Pittsburgh, make it good. What do you got?
Okay, one thing I did not mention was the only actual thing that me and her have really done was at college parties. There's a couple times where we kissed and that, but other than that, that's it. I mean, that's really
pecs or tongue?
Huh?
Peck or tongue?
Tongue.
So you made out with her?
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, we've all been drinking. I mean. So it doesn't really count.
All right, then you definitely go back to plan A. You get drunk, you whip out your dick. Okay, there's precedent. Yes, that's what you got to do. And hope she enjoyed the experience. That's what you got to do. Since you don't want to since you're a pussy and you don't want to just tell her, I'm telling you, you've made out with her while drunk.
I want a serious relationship. I don't want to just have sex with her. I want to have a serious relationship.
Okay, but here's the thing. You've already made out with her while you've been drunk, right? So you already have that little bit of in. So what you do is, are you confident in your fucking ability? Let me ask you that. Are you confident that you could fuck somebody into loving you?
Possibly, maybe.
Oh my God. Okay, that made me laugh. Oh, wow. Oh boy. That's fantastic. Oh God! I just asked somebody if they think they could fuck somebody into loving them. Well, do you? It's a serious question.
I don't know. Maybe a girl from my curl dress class I dated for a couple months seemed to enjoy it.
You got to be confident in your cock ability. If you're confident in your cock ability, then I think you'll be fine. You get drunk. You start making. Here's what you do. You got to see if you can make out with her again while you're drunk, right? So you're making out. You're drunk. Just pull your dick out. You're there. Just pull it out. Just pull the dick out. It'll be fine.
In front of all these people?
No.
What?
No, people? You sick monkey.
Man, the only time he's done this shit is at parties.
Okay, well, you say...
Okay, then where do you go after a party? Do you sleep on the floor there, or do you go back to your dorm room?
Back to the dorm.
Okay, bring her back to the dorm room.
Bring her back to the dorm.
And fuck her brains in.
That's the first step. Okay, I thought you understood that there's a progression of steps here. Obviously...
I do, but I mean, you weren't being...
Well, it's not like I was saying while you're at a party, it's like you're going, and then dick comes out. No. You start kissing her a little bit at the party, and then you get her back to your room with some smooth talk and promise of possible cock if she seems to be into it. And then when you get her back to the room, then the dick comes out. I'm a fucking classy guy.
Okay, but at the same time, if she's been drinking, though, that still could be considered rape, considered taking advantage.
How many times?
No.
How many times?
Drinking. She's been drinking.
God.
How many times have you guys got drunk and made out?
What, Dave?
How many times have you got drunk and made out?
2 or 3 times.
You have a shot. You have a shot. If it's happened more than once, you have a shot.
Yeah. Man, if she says no, then just don't do anything. It's simple as that.
Or don't do anything.
Rape is when a woman says no, and then you continue to do what you want to do to her. Okay, there's a difference.
Yeah, but if a girl is like drunk or anything, and she wakes up in the morning, she doesn't, she wasn't sure what she was doing. She could call it rape.
Well, no, that's a gray area because nowadays, yes, you're right, it is becoming to be called rape. But you're friends with this girl. And like, don't rape her. I think if you stay away from the action, I mean, I don't know what to say because I guess I'm still like in this mindset that if you don't actually rape somebody, that you probably won't get accused of rape, especially if you know the girl. But I mean, if you're that afraid, this is the problem. Nobody's fucking because everyone's afraid that everything's going to get turned to rape. Well, I mean, stay away from rape-like tendencies. There is nothing wrong with getting drunk and fucking somebody. Nothing. It happens. Maybe you should do it at the party. Maybe you should, if you're that afraid, do it at the party so that way they can all see you did not rape her.
No.
Or just go fuck some other chick at the party. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
how?
Yeah.
I mean, what? What do you mean? It blows my mind, man. Listen, it blows my mind. You're not letting me talk, Pittsburgh. I'm gonna leave this phone call. I swear to God, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna fucking leave it.
I'm stopping.
It blows my mind that you're in college. One, you're stuck on this girl, which is fine. Everybody gets stuck on a girl in the young age at some point.
Sure.
But it blows my mind that if you go to a party, that you don't think that you can get laid for whatever reason. It's a college party. People get laid. There's people probably blowing people in that bathroom that you're kissing outside of. That you're kissing the chick outside of. Yeah. It's a common thing. It's a college experience. Getting laid or getting blown or whatever. It's a college experience, and you're not taking everything in from this college. It's not just reading books, taking tests. It's getting your penis blown, sir. This is how college works. Okay,
it is how college works.
Doesn't mean that. Yeah, okay, then what the fuck is going on?
But this is something I really care about.
But it doesn't. Okay, I think you're living in like this 1955 version of in your mind somehow that if you tell her that you want to be more, or if for whatever reason, if you have sex with her, that like a year down the road, you guys can have an actual relationship.
Right.
It's 2015, man. It's not a movie. It's not gonna, this whole experience.
This is that mythical creature shit that I was talking about, Too Tall. This is that mythical creature shit. I told you, it's fucking real.
It's bananas, man. You're living this weird. There's this thing in your head that's stopping you from thinking past. There's just like this one moment and that might happen. Whether she says no or yes, whichever direction you decide to go, whether you decide to like get drunk and do whatever with her, or whether you decide to go what I told you and what I'm sure Dave said he told you, just tell her how you feel and see where it goes. Here. At the end of the day, whether you have sex with this chick or not, it doesn't mean a year from now when she realizes that every other dude she's talking to is retarded and you're the best option for her, and she should have went out with you in the first place. Doesn't mean that's not going to happen. And if it doesn't, by the way, you're still in college.
Exactly. What do you want to do? You want to walk up to her and say, "Hello, madam, may I court you? Are we courting now?" No, that's not how things work anymore. You don't show her a pamphlet for a white picket fence either. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. You either look, I'm going to go back to the beginning here. Be 100% honest with her. Say, look, I get that we're friends. I don't want to lose a friendship, but I fucking love you, okay? That's the reality. I've fucking fallen in love with you. I think we should date, probably fuck, maybe have some kids, and that might be a little too much. But stop before the kids thing. Stop before the kids thing, and I think you'll be fine. Just be like, I fucking love you. It happened. What are we going to do about it? And she's going to tell you either fuck off or let's fuck. Something will be the word fuck in there and you'll be fine. Okay?
I suppose.
You live, man. You live.
Look, I just want to tell you in two simple, like 3 words, 4 words, don't be a pussy. Because that seems to be the problem here. Stop being a pussy. Just go to her and tell her how you feel or start fucking other women. That's it.
Either way, you're gonna do this at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. And listen, Dave's not trying to like just give you shit. I'm not trying to just give you shit. At some point, you're gonna have to make a decision in your life whether you're gonna ask a female out to have a date or dinner or whatever, or whether it's just gonna be banging. Whatever the case may be, at some point you're gonna have to do this. There's no way around it. We're not just trying. We're not saying I'm not saying that you're being a bitch or anything like that.
I am. I'm saying that. I'm saying
that.
In what way am I that?
Experience it. You have to experience it, man. So if you get denied, fuck it. Fuck it. You're so young, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even fucking matter if you get denied. Just fuck it. Who cares? She says no. Okay, cool. Then you start fucking hanging out with some other chicks and she gets jealous. That's how females work. Shit's crazy, man.
All right, Frenchie Ben just asked hey, Pittsburgh, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate the call. I got to tell a story now. Good call, Pittsburgh. Kind of, sort of. Don't be a pussy. There you go. Frenchie Ben just asked me. I'm the worst. I'm like the worst person in the world. Frenchie Ben just asked me, he goes, and it gave me pause because I'm talking all this shit. And I'm like giving advice. And then he asked me a question. And I'm just like, oh, fuck. He goes, how did you meet and dated your wife, Dave? I'm like, oh, fuck. Now I got to tell that story. Okay. Full disclosure. My situation with my wife is fucked up. We met weird. We got married weird. I don't know. Pittsburgh says, how am I a pussy, Dave? I have had her in my mouth. Yeah. You've had her in your mouth? Like, her that's the most awkward thing I've ever heard anybody say ever. I've had
Mama say, hey, Pitt, give me her number.
I've had her in my mouth?
Oh, man.
Now that's creepy. No, look, man, you're a pussy because you haven't capitalized on it. You've had her in your mouth, yet you still haven't closed the deal because you're afraid to tell her how you feel. That's pussy. That's pussy. There you go. But Frenchie asked, how did I meet my wife? This is quite a story. I'll try to I'll give the short version if I can, because this is pretty good. So you know that I was in the military, right, Too Tall?
Yeah.
I've been over here in Germany since 2002. I had my first German girlfriend was right after a long-term relationship, semi-long-term relationship I had that ended in disaster. I like, since I was like 17, all I wanted to do was get married, have kids. For some reason, I was that type of guy. So I was going to marry this chick. Her name was Gina. She lived in Las Vegas. I was, marrying her. We were good. I was taking her to Germany with me. I bought her rings. She said no. She divorced me. She said no after already saying yes. And so I bought $2,000 worth of rings for nothing. Took it back to Sears. Bought a PlayStation 2 in every game they had. Good times. Good times, right?
right.
So I come to Germany. I meet this chick, Laura. Awesome chick. Greatest boobs I've ever seen in my life. Fantastic. Like the size of your head. They were just great. And we had a great time together. It was short, but it was fantastic. And I was like, man, we're going to be good for a while. I think this is a good relationship. Well, she ended up breaking up with me while I was in the field. She texted me and broke up with me. So I was like, fuck it. I'm done. I'm done dating, dude. No more. No more. I just want to fuck. That's all I wanted to do. I'm 19 years old. I just want to fuck. This was in 2002. So I wasn't the type of guy who just went to clubs and just picked up women, though. That wasn't my thing. I was the type of guy who would go to a grocery store and strike up a conversation. That's the type of guy I am. So I get a friend who tells me, let's go to a club. I got somebody who's just a freak and just wants to fuck. I'm like, sweet. So I'm going there for a hookup, straight up booty call, right? So I go to a club. She's there, and she's got 3 dudes hanging off of her. And I'm like, fuck. So she didn't know. So I got the hell up out of there. And then a couple days later, by sheer happenstance, we ended up meeting up again. And we decided we were going to fuck for a couple weeks. So I'm like, sweet. So we're fucking for a couple weeks. We're having a good time. Great sex, by the way. I mean, she was older than I was. She was like 27. I was 19. Just great sex. Amazing sex. Life-altering sex. It was great. It really was. It was good times. She had experience. That's a really nice way of calling my wife a whore, but it's okay. She can't hear this. She can't hear this. She doesn't. Thank God she doesn't like me. She doesn't watch my episodes. Thank God, because if she did, I'd be scared. So, so we're fucking for a couple weeks, and then 2 weeks kind of turned into 4, and 4 kind of turned into 6. But we knew that it was winding down. Okay. I was in a rapid deployment unit in Baumholder, 2-6 Infantry. We knew deployment orders were coming soon. So that was another reason why I wanted to kind of make this a quick thing. So right as we're both about the point where we're going to wind it down, we're hanging out, and she has this look on her face, and I know that look. I've watched enough movies. I knew what was coming, and sure the fuck enough, David, I'm pregnant. I'm like, fuck. That was basically my response. 19 years old, was not looking to hear that, right? So she goes, I'm pregnant. I'm like, okay, all right, we'll deal with this. And then the next day, I got orders to go to Iraq. The next day, we're leaving in 3 weeks. So the way I was raised, in a situation like that, you do the right thing. And the right thing is you marry the woman. So I did. I married her, and I left for 18 months. 18 months in Iraq, did not see her. And during that time, she had a miscarriage. So not only did I not see her, now the reason why we got married no longer existed. So when I came back, I was expecting it to be an absolute disaster. But I was kind of wrong. I mean, she had this beautiful house waiting for us. She saved some money, even though that I was doing everything I fucking could to spend money in Iraq. It was crazy. She saved like 10 G's. It was nuts. I couldn't believe it. So I'm like, I think I found a good chick. And I came back on July 5th, I think. My daughter, Alicia, her conception date is July 13th. So we were really excited about the fact that we were going to have time to get to know each other and build a long-standing relationship, right?
Right.
Yeah, no. The first time we just fucked without a condom and I got her pregnant. This time, there was no condom that could hold my loads. After 18 months, I was shooting jet streams through like fucking photon barriers. There was nothing that was going to keep a woman from getting impregnated by my super sperm at that time. It was crazy. I mean, I was blowing condoms off my cock. It was nuts. So we have Alicia, and now we've just we've been together 13 years, and it's a very easy relationship. We haven't slept together in the same bed since I've been hurt, so almost a decade. And now she's old and dried up. She doesn't want sex no more. And I'm so fat. I'm so fat. I don't feel sexy. So we're just really, it's great. We're intimate. We hold hands and we watch TV and we have good times and great conversations. We just don't have sex. So there you go. So maybe don't take any of my advice. I don't know. It depends on how you react to that story is kind of how you should determine if you take anything I have to say for worth or not. I don't know. There's more to it. I mean, obviously, but that's the gist of it. That's the gist. How did you meet your wife?
I bought her.
Russian, Polish, or Chinese?
Something.
No, I don't. That's why I asked.
Man. Let's see.
Do you want to tell this story? If you don't want to tell this story, you don't have to.
I mean, we just kind of met like that. I don't know. I mean, like it was weird because I'll tell you this. It was weird because during like that this is like 4 years ago. During that phase of my life, I was like on all these dating websites and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I use these dating websites to get my penis blown.
There you go.
That's the only reason for them. In my eyes, that was the only reson for them.
This was before Tinder, though, right?
Yeah, this is this website called Plenty of Fish. That's what it's called. I think it's still
that's such a double entendre. That's such a double entendre.
So yeah, I mean, and then during this time, I used to tell all my friends and family, I was like, I'm never going to get married because I was enjoying my life, but I'm never going to get married. Fuck that. I'm never going to get into a real relationship. And it's fucking crazy how you say something and then like a year later, it's just gone. Like I thought to myself and I'm like, wow, I used to say all this shit. Oh, my one of my friends who I don't really talk to anymore because he, I'll tell you that story in a minute. Actually, he's an asshole. He's an asshole. He screwed me on on the day that you shouldn't screw a friend over on.
Oh, no.
I used to tell him all the time, and I used to live with him at one point. So I used to bring these chicks, to his house or whatever. And I was in the room in the basement room. The basement was finished, and there was a room down there. And all the time would just be these different chicks or whatever. Before I met her, with my wife, and then I met her, and all of a sudden shit changed. It's weird. Like I don't even know how to explain it because in my head I was always like, I'm never going to marry anybody. Yeah. I'm never going to do this. I never thought I was going to own a house. I never thought I was going to do any of this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you wanted to stay a perpetual child.
Yeah, I just wanted to get my penis blown.
Nothing wrong with that, by the way.
It's kind of what I wanted to do. And then all of a sudden shit changes. So I guess you can say, long story short is if I was so set on not being in a relationship and stuff, I met the one person ever in my life that changed the way I thought about shit. So
it's usually when you stop looking for it is when you find it. I mean, that really is. That's cliche, but it's kind of true.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, my friend.
Yes, tell me about how your friend fucked you over.
This guy's an asshole. This happened August. So my friend, we got married on August 15th of this year.
Oh, you just got married. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And so I had this. I've known this guy for years. I'm talking like 10 years, or at least 10 to 12 years.
Yeah.
And he's one of the. He's kind of like you. He's an asshole. So, but as far as like you wanting to be married at a young age and stuff like that, he was kind of like you.
Oh, okay.
So
Idiot. Gotcha.
So he was my best man, and this guy he's a diesel mechanic at a railroad in Pennsylvania, right? He works at a railroad. He's a diesel mechanic, which makes like fucking $35 an hour, ridiculous money.
Paid, yeah.
And he's union, so he doesn't do anything. And so this guy, I asked him, he's my best man, right? And I asked him like 4 to 5 days before. I was like, hey, because I saw a picture of him. I was like, can you take a picture? Can you fucking get a haircut and look nice? Because there's going to be some wedding pictures.
Sure, I don't think that's asking for much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, can you take a shower as well and do all this stuff? And for this one day, I just need you to be a friend, right? And he was like, no, I don't feel like doing that.
Okay, well, that's fucked up.
I said, I fucking responded. I was like, so are you my best man? I need you to be my best man. That doesn't mean just, hold the fucking ring. You're the dude. I need you to look good too. I'm taking pictures, Right. I mean, I don't care that much about pictures, but I care that my wife is going to care about pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I need to. It's ridiculous.
This is the one day I need you to be that guy.
The one. That's what. It's exactly what, the one fucking day I need you to do something for me. All this times I did something for you. The one day I need you to be a fucking friend, right? And he just said no, and I said, okay, fine. You want to fucking do this? Just don't pick up your tux. Don't show up if you want to be a prick. And that's the last we have spoke since August.
Wow.
He's an asshole. He's fucking all the shit I've been through for this kid and all the shit. It's crazy to think, man. How much like a friendship, how much effort you put into a friendship, and it can just get ruined. And
you want to call him right now, and I'll talk to him. I'll fuck him up. I'll do that, dude. You're my man.
He messaged me, and he's a little girl basically. He's a little bitch. Like his personality is bitch because he's a basic bitch because he gets offended by if something's not done his way. He gets really like bitchy about it and then just want to do shit. Right, that's his personality. He's also having his life ran by his baby mama, who's just running his shit into the ground as well. So, which for me is a great laugh because this chick looks like a crackhead, and it's a great laugh, you know. But anyway.
There you go.
Yeah, that's. I don't need to call him. He tried to message me one day, after like a month after, and I was like, I'm not even gonna answer. And then he did the biggest like girl high school thing anybody does. He unfriended me from Facebook and all this other stuff.
Oh, that's the ultimate. I'm gonna unfriend you from Facebook to just let you know we're done. We're donezo. Fucking assholes.
It's weird shit.
The part of your story that really hits home with me is the best man part. Because that was something I always wanted to do. And this year I actually got to do it.
You were a best man?
Yes. Not only was I a best man, I actually got to perform the ceremony. Tommy C got married in the Netherlands a year ago. More than a year ago, right? But he was having his ceremony this year here in Germany where we live to his wonderful wife, Andy. She's great. So he asked me to be his best man, which I was like, cool. I was like, not a problem. And then he asked me to perform the ceremony as well with her maid of honor. She was going to do it in German. I was going to do it in English. So I was really excited. Then I had a stroke, and his wedding was in a week. And I didn't think I was going to make it. Literally, I thought I was going to fucking die at one point. I was terrified. But it was a very, 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 very minor stroke. I want to once again reiterate that minor, but it was scary nonetheless. So after a week, I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna be there for my guy. I got dressed up. I was in unbelievable amount of pain. I was weak, but I got up there and I performed the ceremony, and it was one of the most proud things I've ever done in my life. I got to stand up there with my best friend, and we had an absolute amazing time. It's one of my favorite memories in my entire life. It really is. And I was so glad that I got to do that. I got to meet his father. His dad came all the way from, I think they're living in Florida now, just one of the coolest fucking people you'll ever meet. It was a great time. We had a really, really awesome time. I wish I could have spent more time there, but I ended up having to kind of duck out early because I got really weak and I almost fell at one point, but it was a good time. It was a really, really awesome thing. And it's one of my favorite things I've ever done.
Yeah. See, now I want to call this guy and tell him he's a fucking more of a bitch because you had a stroke and went to fucking Tommy's wedding.
You're gonna be there for your man, I mean, that's your man. Yeah. You're gonna be there.
And you weren't there you didn't sit down. You fucking did shit.
Yeah.
My friend is my ex-friend, I guess you can say, is a basic ass bitch. That's the only way I can explain it.
It was funny, like they brought me a chair so I could sit down and do the ceremony. I'm like, fuck no, you don't sit down and read this shit. You stand up. So I stood up and I read the entire thing. And it was great. If there's one thing that you guys have probably learned about me, I love speaking in front of people. I love it. I'll do it. You give me anything. You give me a microphone and a fucking script or something to say, and there's a group of people, fuck, man, I go into perform mode, and I took care of it. I'll tell you this, man. The maid of honor, she was so cute. She was so cute. Really, really cute. And I could tell she was digging. She was digging the fact that I was there. I just had the stroke, and I was looking good, too. I looked really, really good. I was all dressed up. And I could just tell that, like, if I was not married, I would have fucked at that wedding. even Stroke Dave would have fucked at that wedding. There's no question about it. And it would have been amazing.
Shit.
It would have been amazing.
Oh, man. So Marcus Ryan said, story time with Dave and Tutal.
Fucking A, right? I think this has been an awesome show. This is one of my favorite shows I've ever done. And it was so funny because I was about to end it right before you called in. And then you called in and you changed the landscape of the show. And you saved it tonight, man. You saved you are the hero of tonight. So thank you.
I guess.
You are, man. I appreciate it.
Frenchie Ben said, how can somebody diss a 6'10" guy? It's like taunting. I can't even pronounce that name.
Zdeno Chara. He's a hockey player.
Chara?
Yeah, that's beyond your pay grade right there. That's hockey level stuff. That's hockey.
Oh, you mean that thing with the puck and the ice and stuff there?
Yeah. The ice and the sticks and the goalies. Yeah. And all, yeah.
Oh, speaking of hockey, did you see the Ninja Turtles trailer? That new one?
I did not yet. I have not, but I heard it's kind of cool.
It's not bad.
I assume you're making a hockey reference because they made a Casey Jones thing?
Yeah. You know who Casey Jones is?
Of course I know who Casey Jones is. Are you kidding me?
No. Who's playing?
I love the cartoon series, and I love the original movies, man.
I'm asking, you know who's playing Casey Jones?
Who?
Stephen Amell.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Green Arrow?
I thought it was going to be CM Punk, but it's just
no. Why not? Let's just cast him as everything. There you
go. Yeah, right. Yeah, he made an appearance. But the trailer looks better than the CGI. What's weird about movies like that, and now we're talking about movies, but I just want to say what's weird about movies like that.
We're off the rails, man.
We're so far gone from the SmackDown at this point. What's weird about movies like that is like there's so much CGI, and the villains are CGI too now. Like the new villains are. I'm not trying to spoil anything, but
was it
CGI,
Bebop and Rocksteady?
I'm not trying to spoil anything. You should watch
it. Who cares? It's the moratorium on that shit. People know Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The rumor was out that it was going to be Bebop and Rocksteady.
Well,
Yeah, it is. It's okay. Dave, I'll spoil it. I don't give a fuck. If you don't like it, write me at www.idon'tgiveafuck.com. All right, there you go. I hated the first one, by the way. I hated the remake.
It's weird, right? It went from this storytelling, and it was kind of good, and then all of a sudden, middle end, and I was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
It's a Michael Bay movie. What do you want? And
explosions,
jeez. And the fucked up thing is, there's some really, really good actors in that movie, and that was the thing that pissed me off is that they wasted so much good talent in that movie, and. I hated what they did with nothing. And it's so hard because I loved the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, man. Loved it. I mean, not just liked. I still watched that movie. I didn't think that it needed to be rebooted because I think it still holds up. I think it's still watchable today. The original goddamn April O'Neil was fine as fuck. In a different way. But that's just me. I'm an old school guy with refined taste. And I'm telling you, what are we, like 8 days away from Star Wars? I'm losing my goddamn mind. I'm losing my mind. I got to find a place that plays it in English over here. I got to go see it.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Losing my mind. Got to see that. And then I'm really starting to freak out over the more I'm seeing of it. The Captain America Civil War that looks really, really good.
Oh, yeah. Captain America, if you watch all the Captain Americas hold up so well, and they hold up better than the Avenger movies in my eyes, especially the first Avengers movie. Like Captain America Winter Soldier
might be the best of all Marvel movies.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Absolutely. And I love what they did. I don't know if you watched The Shield or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is my show.
Yeah. So they transferred the Winter Soldier. And then they put that in the Shield, right? They did the whole Marvel is so good at putting stories together right now in movies. It's absolutely stupid. And people complain, there's so many superhero movies and this, but it's so fucking good. Like the stories make sense. they can go on different platforms, not just a movie, but into a TV show and then back into a movie. Like, they've done so much great things with this, and they've casted it correctly. It's so fucking good. It's so good. You better hope Batman versus Superman blows people out of the water. You better hope.
I was very hopeful after that first trailer. That first trailer, I was hopeful. That second trailer, I am not so hopeful.
Garbage. How the hell does Batman and Superman not know what the fuck? Do you know who that is? No, I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
What the fuck you mean? Like,
and then fucking Lex Luthor, who is just a creepy, weird guy now, played by Jesse Eisenberg. Look, we have Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne meeting each other. It's amazing. Oh my God. Don't narrate.
I like that he said when he shook Clark Kent's hand, like you shouldn't get in a fight with this guy. Like, there were some small things in like what he said in the trailer was great. I also hated the fact that they just completely gave away the ending.
Doomsday. Doomsday. The biggest shock from that movie should have been seeing Zod's fucking body and then being turned, like him using the essence of Zod or whatever he does to create fucking Doomsday. That should have been something they saved for the movie. They gave it away in a trailer. I couldn't believe it. Doomsday is the bad guy of the DC universe, man. And you're going to give that away in a trailer? I just, what the fuck? And I didn't like the way he looked.
It's crazy. Yeah, he looked, it was so dark. It wasn't, maybe it's CGI these days, but you better hope. Like, Batman versus Superman it might hold up because of, Batman. I think Ben Affleck, I had so many restraints about Ben Affleck being Batman, but just from some of the trailers that I've seen, I think he's, especially when he's Bruce Wayne or whatever, I think he's really getting into his own there. But I don't know. I'm just still, especially that they're just blowing shit out of the water. Like, here's this, here's that. Then the rumor, they talked about, somebody said, I forgot, I was watching some, like a trailer show on YouTube, and they talked about this person that was working with the movie or whatever, talking about the Flash is going to make an appearance or some shit. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you're just going to give away everything?
Right.
Everything?
Well, it's called Dawn of Justice, so they got to stay. I'm sure Aquaman will swim by at some fucking point, too.
And that's another thing they talked about. They talked about Aquaman, too, because there's concept art
there you go.
for Aquaman, how it looks like, because there was this
Jason
toy
Momoa.
they released. There was a toy they released and how Aquaman looks like from the movie. They put it in like Toys R Us and nobody fucking did that.
He's being played by Khal Drogo from fucking from Game of Thrones.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be badass.
They better hope, man. I mean, it's like Marvel has
such
a huge
Marvel's
stamp on it. You gotta. I mean, I'm rooting for them, but fuck.
But here's the thing: as good as the Marvel television has been, and it has been really good. Fucking DC is absolutely destroying with Arrow and the Flash. I mean, destroying. It's so good. It's so good. And I haven't watched Gotham yet. I heard it was really good in the first season, or the first part of the first season, or whatever. Then it took a really bad turn.
Yeah. Gotham is supposed to be. I haven't watched it, but everybody raves about it.
They
and also,
were raving,
Supergirl's
but
doing
then now they've dropped
too.
off. They've fallen off about it. Like season 2 sucked or something.
Supergirl is getting some rave reviews.
My wife says it's terrible. She said there's no point to it. She said the coolest thing about it is the fact that Dean Cain is Supergirl's dad in the movie or some shit.
Yeah.
In the show.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So that's kind of cool. I don't know. I think that we've reached the end here.
Man. we went somewhere tonight. I don't know where
we hit everywhere. That was fantastic. That was fun. At the very least, that was fun as fuck. I had fun.
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Yeah. It turned and turned. It had some weird turns, but yeah.
Weird is great. Weird is what that's how I make my thing, is weird. See, I say thing. I don't even say thing. That's how weird I am. I say thing. Say thing. There you go.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. Like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you check out my co-host, man, Too Tall at XLT Podcast, XLT Live Podcast, on YouTube. Make sure you go check him out. He's doing his thing over there, man. and having a good time doing it. So, you got anything else you want to say to the kids before we get out of here?
No, dude. Thanks for everybody who joined and retained for the last 3 hours. I think it is
Almost,
we
approaching it.
Over 30 likes. It looks like about 20 or so at a time of people.
Nice.
And I don't know if you gained any subscribers, but I want to say thanks for everybody who joined and thanks for subscribing to Dave, man. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you guys very much, and thank you, Tutal. Thank you for coming on and saving the show tonight, man. We killed it.
It was fun.
There it is. You guys make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We got Dead on Dave Live on Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be doing my thizzle. I would change it to Friday. I was going to do that, but I need to rest. Like this, I'm holding up a good facade, Saturday. But I'm dying right now. Like as soon as this show goes off, I'm going to collapse. I feel terrible.
It's going to fall over. Just right there. Don't even move. Just fall over.
I really, seriously, I'm thank God my daughter's coming out in 15 minutes to go to school because maybe she'll be able to call the ambulance. Yeah, that's kind of
weird. At least there's a witness.
But I appreciate everybody hanging out with us, man. You guys actually really pushed the show forward tonight. With some great calls, some awkward moments, keeping the chat interesting. Some of you guys do go a little bit too far with some of your comments in there, but it's okay. You guys are just having fun. So thank you guys for that. Make sure you check out my man, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. This show is brought to you by Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah's Black Mozart, which drops December 17th, 2015. We're going to have a launch party on that day right here at now the time that I can release, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can come right here, listen to some music, listen to the artist talk about everything that he put into this album and a whole lot more. We're going to take your calls. We're going to have a good time. And if you want to go buy the album, you can do so on December 17th at www.realtalkthetruth.bandcamp.com. Go check it out. $9. Don't steal it. $9, man. Support a fucking amazing artist that's up and coming, and you can be a part of it. His rise to the top of the hip-hop game. So there you go. Thank you guys very much for joining us once again right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you next time. Keep it copious. Peace.